So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, guys. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
accept it. I took this during Discord, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some buttons and space special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. See, it's climbing all over the place. So we're not crashing it. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. See you soon. See you next time.
Oh, I just sat down, my god. Greetings, folks. I've just installed Dublin V2. Dublin version 2, folks. Okay. I didn't get a notification that it was out at all. So yesterday I was giving out about Dublin V2, and I was giving out about as well, am I going to get a discount? Because I bought for Dublin version 1 from MK Studios. And here's the news. It's only at Norbex, as far as I can see, and someone else, some other, you know, some other, I can't remember, but it's at Norbex and somewhere else. And yes, I got discount, which is great. So you will get discount. It's oh, here comes buttons. Here comes buttons. Now buttons. Buttons has got the collar on again. There you go, producer Buttons. She knows what to expect. I had to put the collar on back, Buttons, just for her paw. Now, folks, yeah, Dublin version 2 is out. We're going from Dublin to Manchester on the 737. And welcome. Welcome, folks. I almost missed it there. I was out there busily making the thumbnail for y'all. And we're going to have a look around Dublin first. This is a place that I am reasonably familiar with because it's in my it's a capital city. It's my capital city's airport, you know. So we're going to have a quick look around. Let's see who's on. Let's have a look at the chat on YouTube there. First of all, there we go. And welcome. And hit pause. And we got Clappy D. Greetings, Clappy D. He says, we're going from Cork to Aldergrove again. Are we? No, actually we're not, because I saw Dublin was out just before the stream. So I had to restart the sim and hurriedly upload Dublin V2. You know, so that's what's happening. Clappy D. Foxtrot Delta, greetings to you. So, all 10 of us, right, at the moment, because, you know, a lot more will come on. We're going to have a look around Dublin, folks. Let's have a look around Dublin first, shall we? Dublin V2. Now, this is live time, so let's just brighten it up a little bit and just put the time an hour before. We have live weather, though. So we'll be landing in the Golden Hour into Manchester, right? Landing in the Golden Hour. So, Dublin V2. Right, let's have a look around. I haven't actually looked around myself first. Oh, just to do the thumbnail is all. Just to do the thumbnail. And let's have a look around. Let me see. Let's go into... I've got to go into where I'm used to driving into. I can tell you what, we'll go all the way back here, right? I'm going to increase the speed of the camera temporarily. And we're going to go back to where I drive up. Just for shits and giggles. So you see if I make a mess of it. So we drive up from the M50, which is there on the motorway. Okay, it's not the M50. The M50 is further down. But we drive it from here, and let's see if I recognise it. Shall we? Over here's the car parking. There's a hotel over there. I thought maybe it's further down, but they don't go that far out. And I'm being picky. But that hotel is there. That is a Radisson. Oh no, it's a Radisson Blue. It's probably changed its name. That hotel is there, right? That's great. Where am I now? Get the old road going here. We come up here. Oh yeah, there's a garage here and a McDonald's. Oh my god, they've got the McDonald's. I don't believe it. Yes, I have the McDonald's good out. That's very good. I didn't think they'd have the McDonald's. There is another building though, so maybe it's been knocked down. I haven't been to Dublin Airport for a while. There was another kind of hotel-y place somewhere. Look, don't worry about that. There was kind of a weird hotel. It's probably gone long ago. That's it there, is it? That's it. Carlton Hotel it's called now. Right, so that's there. Wow. So you drive up here. McDonald's. I think I've got another way. No, that's the way out. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. We go here. Yeah, and drive. I'm going into the airport. So we come in here. Those signs are accurate. Right. We go to Terminal 1. We go to Terminal 1 and we swing a right up here and we go to the drop. We can go here to the drop-off point and they charge you €5 now, of course, for the, you know, for that, which is a bit of a pain in the neck. But look, that's in the real world. We're not in the real world. So there's Terminal 2. Sorry, yeah, that's Terminal 2. And if you go into here, it's all very fancy. This is the bit I remember from many years ago. Go to Terminal 2 next. You drive up here. There's the steps there to go from Terminal 1 terminal to another. Yeah, that's all good. This is what I recognise now. Set down only. Very good. You know, very, very good. I'm not really an interior man with the sim. I think you know that. But do they have the interior? I doubt it. It'd be silly. No, they don't. That's fine. All right. They don't have it for Terminal 1 anyway, right? But it's the gates that I'm concerned about. Do you know? Let's see if you're saying there. Dublin Town, yes, that's right. Foxtrot Delta. Brendan Berry's with us. Maybe change the stream title. Oh, YouTube's done it again. Yeah, it's given the wrong one. Oh, let's set it the title again, folks. YouTube just won't. It just won't play ball. Thank you very much. Control V. Oh, I didn't even save it. Oh, gee. And let me do the title, folks. Mother of God. Oh, man. Bear with me. Version 2. Just my head in. You Dublin version 2. EIDW 2. You see, I put it in, and I sometimes it has an error. And it's infuriating. Dublin to Manchester. Echo, Golf, Charlie. Did I get discount? So yes, I did get the discount. Oh, too many characters. That's probably why it crashed. YouTube won't allow you so many characters. That's probably why it crashed and didn't save it. Now, Clappy D, thank you for telling me that. Thank you for telling me that. I really appreciate that. Now the title is correct. As you see, there's a little bit of dead air at the beginning of the stream. New Dublin version 2. There we go. We got the chat back and everything. Thank you very much, Clappy D. You're a hero. Okay, you're an absolute hero. I've changed the stream title now. That looks really good. Was there this morning? Oh, you were at the airport this morning. Of course, Company. Of course you were. Foxtrot Delta, yes, exit. Any drones flying around? Yeah. You would have thought, right, in Dublin Airport, an international airport, with all this drone stuff coming out, they'd go, let's preempt that and have a system for stopping idiots with their drones in Dublin Airport, because you know they'll do it. And they did nothing. That's how it works. They'll wait for something bad to happen. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so the entrance into Terminal 1. They don't have anything in there, but look, they gotta, you know, I think at this, maybe later, version 3, because it'll make it choppy. You know it, I know it. But they do have some internals, I know that much, right? This is the way out that I'm used to. They don't have that, that's fine. And this is all here as you'd expect. Now, they don't have any moving buses and stuff, obviously, because maybe it's probably the SDK won't allow it. This must be new here. God, it's a church. There's the Ryanair. Ryanair. It's bad as the church. There's a car park there. It's actually very accurate. This is the car park here. This is the car park I used to take. And one day I went away and I parked my car over here. And I was rushing to the airport. I parked my car over here. And I just didn't think. I just ran into, got the plane in time. When I came back, I didn't know which car park it was. Didn't know where the car was. That happens to everybody. Always look back. Always look behind you, right? Always look behind you. Now let's look at Terminal 2 then, shall we? Do they have the interior for Terminal 2? No. Well, you can't see to that anyway, or can you? I don't know. But these, really, what I'm really concerned about, I have to admit to you, is from the cockpit, right? And they know that. From the cockpit, right? So let's go to this end first and have a look and see what we can see. It's very, very detailed, right? Oh, this is new. This is the Ryanair Walk of Death, right? You don't know what that is? Oh, you're going to find out. You're going to get an education in a second. The Ryanair Walk of Death is as follows. La 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 la. So you come into the airport here, into Terminal 1. You're like, all your way through security, spend an hour, whatever. And in here, here's the Walk of Death for Ryanair. You come across here. Where's the old building? There's the old building there. I've done this walk many times, right? This is the old airport building, which they've done oh, look at this. They've done a stunning job of the old... All Dublin Airport was back in the 70s was that. That was the airport. It was all very posh to be going in an airplane in those days. They'd come out to you, good evening. Hello, Mr. Griffin. Now, I was only a toddler back then, but they go, hello, Mr. O'Brien. Oh, lovely to have you. Welcome to Dublin Airport. Here's a cup of coffee for you. May I have your boarding pass, please? I don't have it. I forgot it. That's no problem. We'll get it on the system for you, Mr. O'Brien. And they'd shepherd you in, and they get you seated and everything, and you get little sucky sweets and a bottle of champagne and the whole lot back in those days. You know it. I know it. That's the way things were. And all that's lost now. But very well done on the old Dublin actual terminal. And here's a bit of a garden stuff, some parking for, you know, management, I guess. They've done a very good job of that. I'm very pleased with that. That's a bit of life to it. Do you know, it really does. Now, lost my... Yeah, the Ryanair Walk of Death. So the Ryanair Walk of Death, you come up here, you come up here. Then this walkway is actually a lovely walkway, because you can see out here, you come along all the way down here, especially when you're late. They don't have the internal, that's fine. We don't need that, right? You don't need all the interior of this. And they're correct to do that. And now they've done it. See? Now they've done it. I thought they might have one or two moving people, but that's okay. So they've done this here. WH Smith, that always reminds me of an airport. That's all very good. So it's what you can see from the cockpit, isn't it? Foxtrot says, that's very good. He says, yeah, there's, what's his face? The truth is rarely pure and never simple. Modern life would be very treacherous if it were either tedious. Buttons will I go back to school? And modern literature is a complete impossibility. Right, let's go on to important swingers. Okay, so that is the walk of death, and you keep walking. I haven't finished yet. You keep walking. Takes about a half an hour. That's the same one. Fine. So he's got some stuff there. Usually it's little Guinness and things to do in Dublin. It's a coffee shop there. There's another Oscar Wilde all the way down here. Yeah, they've done a very good job, and I'm going to show you why I like this in a second. I'd love to see some shadows just walking by those windows, guys. And I know all these people move. I know all the people do move. There's a queue, poor buggers. Why do people queue first? They queue for like a half an hour. You know, just sit down, wait till be last. That's the, I remember that gate. I know this gate. I know it. And you go in the doors here and hit press. Oh, look. Yeah, and then you're stuck. What happens in here? You're in prison. I don't know. But yeah, that's good. So from the outside, from the gate itself, there you go. You're parked. Your aircraft, you're parked about here. You've got that ambient, you know, terminal look. That's what we're looking for. That is the thing there, folks. Right? That's what you want to see. I would love if they had people walking around just close to the windows, not all of them, just some movement. And I know they can do that. They're obviously concerned about performance. Maybe they'll do an update with it. I don't know. But that's what I like to see when I'm at the gate. So that looks stunning. That's a stunning. No? With the detail there is absolutely stunning. Absolutely fantastic. I don't think you can see that through that anyway. So that's that gate there. I just discovered. That's the Ryanair Walk of Death, folks. Ryanair Walk of Death. A lot of detail around here. Look at all the trucks and cones and stuff. Gate Gourmet. That is absolutely stunning. That's where the all of Ryanair is. Will I load up the scenery here? I load up the scenery before we take our flight, okay? And we're going to have another look at Dublin Airport. I'm just going to load up the scenery to give it a little bit of atmosphere. What I'm using for that is fly-by-wire, the injector there, the traffic injector, a zoom. It's not an error, just hit the release button there, and it's an update as usual. Install that. No, I don't want to uninstall. I want to start it. Hang on. I want you to see all the airplanes appearing into the airports. You see all the aircraft. Hopefully Ryanair. There we go. Ryanair's populating there. Lots of Ryanair aircraft. Some Swiss there. The Commoner's Walk of Death, folks. So we've got a few Ryanair parked. We've got a bit of life now in the airport. There you go. All live traffic. So that is the Ryanair Walk of Death. There's the old terminal building, which we discussed before. They would have an interior for that. I've never been in there. That's fine. This is the Aer Lingus building. I've been in here. Is it there? Is that the Aer Lingus building? I can't remember where the Aer Lingus building is. They got simulators and all that kind of stuff in there. I thought it might be... Jeez. Oh, here it is. Now. Is it? It's one of these buildings in here. I thought it had Aer Lingus plastered to the side of it. I think it's this one here. If you walk into this Aer Lingus building, it's like walking back into 1972. It hasn't been updated since 1970s. It's shocking. Okay, what else do we want to see? That is one gate there. It's the Ryanair Walk of Death. What about here? Don't know these gates here. No, nothing in there. Nothing in there. Okay, fine. In here? No, you can't see it in there anyway. Here, I don't know if those are windows or not. They are, but no. Those are not actual windows to see out of. Okay, fine. You can't see through those windows anyway. You can't see through here. You can see through here. Oh, here we go. They've done this gate here. This is obviously for Terminal 2. That's Terminal 2 there. And they have done Terminal 2. So it's really the gates you're concerned about. So we're going to have a look at the rest of the taxiways and stuff now in a second. This is not a walk of death, because this is where you get your fancy flights. Not the Scanger Airlines. I know I'm biased with Ryanair. I'm sorry. They just annoy me a little bit. They've no finesse. I much prefer Aer Lingus. I'd pay extra to go Aer Lingus, as you well know. Just a little bit of finesse, a little bit of class, please. You're flying airplanes. Act like it, you know. And Aer Lingus act like it. They're pilots. They're actual, and they have soft landings, and they take pride in their work. I know a lot of people who got jobs in Ryanair, and they're just going, I just want to wear the uniform. I just thought it would be cool. They're not interested in aviation at all. They just get by the bare bones of it, you know, which is very infuriating. Yeah, I can bitch all day. I know. I'm very bold. But yeah, there's see, they're going on the Aer Lingus flight there. Is that Aer Lingus there? It is, yeah. Thank God. So yeah. So the only thing I would have liked to see, it's fantastic by the way, is the people walking around. Look at that. So when you're boarding, there you go, you got some view each inside. Now we're going to have a look at nighttime as well, don't worry. Look at the whole thing. So thumbs up so far. The only thing I'm displeased is I'd love to see some people walking around. That's all, but look at that. What else have you got here? Over here. I don't get my bearings now. I'm a bit lost. Where is the runway here? There we go. That's what I'm used to seeing here in the sim. So you got runway 34 and 28 left. And now we should have... How are we going to taxi back, actually? 28 right is down here. There's someone coming in there now. I don't know who... Transylvania, is it? So you got to taxi all the way down here. Oh. Is that the runway there? It's a different colour to the rest. What is this? So this is the new runway since Dublin has been... they've added a new runway. I don't know what it looks like in the real world, do you know? It doesn't look like our typical black colour we want to see, but that's probably the way they've done it. I don't know. The markings are very poor. Now I'm not saying the graphics that MK Studios have done, but I'm just saying if Dublin Airport had that, oh, there's a bit of an error there. If Dublin Airport have done it like that, I'm not too sure. What runways are black? You know, it could be that kind of... it must be... You see the way they've paved it here? It must be concrete rather than asphalt. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's concrete. See the slabs there? They're concrete slabs. So that's what they've done in the real world, obviously, as well. Whereas previous, you've got the concrete there as well. So that's 1.6. So that is the new runway done, folks, which is great. The detail is quite good. I'm not getting any drops in frames. You can see me flying around here. So they obviously took that into account. Clappy D, thanks for putting the live traffic thing there. David White, greetings to you. How are you doing? I hope you're well. We're going to take off now shortly. Johnny F73 says this. Greetings, Johnny F. So there's Dublin Airport version 2 is now available, folks. On Orbix. I wish I knew about it. I would have had it. It was out 24 hours, so it says. But what I like, right, is obviously the detail. You get the hotels and everything there. You get the hotels. The performance seems very, very good. Now, obviously, I haven't tested it yet, but that is they've taken a big chunk there. So that is distributed from Orbix. Okay. I didn't see it in the store I was giving out last night. Where is it on the store? I'm confused. Am I going to get discount, I said, so I did get discount. I must have bought it off Orbex. You know. Well done also, I think, Orbex here. What they've done is, if you live here in Dublin, you're going to want this. Orbex have done the following. Right. They've added some of the landmarks in Dublin. I know it's not, we don't have any high rises and all that kind of stuff, but they've added these landmarks here. You can get this as well. That's the stadium. That's one of the stadiums there. They've got the Viva Stadium over here somewhere. What mode are you using? David White says it's doing good. Scotty Airbus A320. Hey ho. First of all, hey, how are you? What mods are you using? I'm using MK Studios Dublin version 2. And also Dublin from Orbex. Orbex added all this in for Dublin. They've added in all the docks here. All the docks here. At the Pigeon House chimneys, which is a VFR, kind of one of those things here. The old power station there. They've added in a lot of stuff here for Dublin if you're from Ireland. Or if you're coming from UK into Dublin Airport. You just get that little bit of scenery, you know. That's the Aviva Stadium there. And we've got all the bits and pieces in the city here. That's the River Liffey here. These buildings are there. That building's there. All those buildings, they're there. This building is here. See all the building work that's going on? You're going to have to update it, Orbex, pretty soon. There's not a building going on here. And there's a property problem here as there is everywhere else. I don't see anyone sailing around here, but look, that building's there. All the financial centre down here. It's infuriating in Dublin. They won't build up. They won't build up. They won't up high, please. You know, use your oh jeez, they put in the tube. Look. Well done, Orbex. Look. Well done. They put in the little the Lewis there. Hats off. I didn't really examine Dublin. Look, they got all the buildings here and the stations and everything. Well done, Orbex. They have redeemed themselves, folks, no? So I had to get the Dublin scenery here as well, financial stuff there. That's the banks and all, where they take all our money, they rip us off. Do you know, very important to have those in every city, because you got to rip off your you know, your citizens. Paying taxes not enough, you got to take all the money. And there's that. Yeah, so very well done, Orbex. There's the customs house. Do you know, it was burnt down in you know, back of the day. Look, I won't go back. Oh, shut up about that. There's that. This used to be. I think this used to be the trade union building. Or I don't know what it is now, but I can't see. I don't know if it's a trade union building anymore, but they don't seem to do any union stuff anymore. That doesn't happen anymore in Ireland, as far as I'm aware. Everyone's still, you know, individually screwed. So well done, Orbex. All these buildings they put in, hats off, you know, hats off. So if you're flying helicopter and stuff, great. There's the courts and all that kind of stuff. So there you go, folks. Let's go to night time and have a look at Dublin Airport at night time. I'm going to take off now soon, don't worry. You'll tell me if the dark. Thank you, Clappy D. Let me know. Am I wasting your time? Let's just go back there. Let's have a look at night time. Yeah, okay. There's not a lot of lights in Dublin, really. It's not a big city, but that looks very good. That does look very good. Oh, is that the spar? That's the spar. See this needle here, right? This needle. Okay, see that? Can you see it? This is called, I can't remember, a spike or something. I can't remember. They made a big hullabaloo about this. We put this where this. They said we put a big monument here, and they're all, oh, what do we do? What do we do? This is what happens to politicians, and it's in every country. I know it. You know it. I know it. It's every country. So we put a needle in you know, we won't have a monument, a cool monument or statue or anything like that. They put a needle in here, right? And it was polished. It was very highly polished. I remember I could see it from where I lived in Dublin, from miles away, because the sun would gleam off it, and it'd stick out a mile away. And I was going, oh, okay, fair enough. It's a spire or something stupid. It's not a spire. It's a needle, right? So there's no purpose to it. I don't know what's going on, right? But here's the joke, right? And I remember I could see it from my apartment. It's like, wow. No, No. All of a sudden one day I couldn't see it because people were complaining, oh, it's gleaming in my eyes, I can't see this bar, it's whoa, old people, you know, stupid people. So they had to sandpaper it. That's the post office, which is also burnt down. So yeah, that's the spot. But it looks good in the city now. I have to say, it's a bit more orange. The light is all orange in Dublin, but we're not looking at Dublin city itself, are we? We're looking at Dublin Airport. Let's go to Dublin Airport and see. While you're all getting ready for the flight, let's have a look. Where are the lights for the new runway, by the way? Oh, there they are. They've done that very clear. Of course. Look from the side here, right? So this. Can you see this? That is the new runway. That is a runway. But, oh, you can't really see it from here, can you? What's that for? Why did they do that? And why is it that you go around like this and then you can see all the lights? So you're not dazzled by the other runways when you're coming in on final. You don't want to see the other runways going across, do you? So that's very clever. That's in the real world. So they've simulated that in Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? So does it look good at night time? Yeah, I'm not complaining. We might come back. We might get back to Dublin when it's dark, but that looks pretty good to me. Enough lighting. Yeah, there's a lot of lighting there for when you're taxiing around. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's lighting. What you would expect. There we go. There's what you expect to see in the terminal. I'm just disappointed there's no moving people. It's just a pity. If you could switch it on, let me know. So Dublin looks good at night time, doesn't it? Look at that. One thing I do notice when I come to Dublin when I'm flying an airplane, there's a lot more orange. All the lights are orange. It's like an orange glow to it, but look, you know, pretty good. Wouldn't you say so? Let's go back to, let's get a little bit of daylight for our departure, shall we? We want to arrive in Manchester. We'll be there in about an hour, so we'll go about here. There we go. Then we might... So there we are, Dublin V2, folks. It's got the thumbs up. It's in my mind, it's got the thumbs up. It cost me $20 with the discount. Australian dollars, which is even less, it's probably $10. The only disappointment is it doesn't have the moving people in the terminals. I thought they were very clever not to have all the terminals built. You know, I thought it was very good for them not to have all the terminals inside, because that will just kill your frames as you're coming into land. You don't need anything in here. And they're clever. They're not stupid, MK Studios. But what you do need is people in here. You're at the gate. So they've been clever about it. So it's going to be good for performance. Let's reset the cam. I'm flying Ryanair and I'm in the wrong terminal. I will not make the mistake again. Now that was my first time looking at the airport, right? So I could actually enjoy the whole streaminess of it, you know, the whole adventure. So I'm delighted to have Dublin there. I am. Ground services. I just want to get the steps there. There we go. Let's get the gates there. Oh, it's ringing and bells and stuff. There's a lot of technicality to this as well. That's good. Listen. Now, that sits very well up against the aircraft, doesn't it? Like the real world. Sometimes you see the gates that kind of... That's right, snug. That's very well done. Look at the detail here. Look. Well done, MK Studios. It was worth the wait, wasn't it? Now, I noticed this as well. Is this for parking? And does this work now? Or do I have to have another add-on? That's the local time in the sim. So this tells you when to stop, what kind of aircraft you're flying, and when to taxi in. We'll see. We might come back to Dublin. We'll be back. You know, we will be back. I don't know if I can do it tonight. It's 19:33 now. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Okay, we'll see how we go to Manchester. Just hope that I screw it up and then I'm furious and have to come back to Dublin just so I can see. Get a good flight. Okay, folks. Let's go to the cockpit. Anybody want to see anything else? Flylife Studio. Yes, Flylife Studio is ready to go. Don't worry, floppy D, it's not a brave part. You have to set. Sometimes I'm rushing after getting in the door. And it's liable to forget. To Charlie Charlie from Manchester, and zoom. Let's get it done. There we go. Up. You've got there, and when we take off, then it'll give us the time to go. There we go. Is that clear? Happy days. Excellent. I'm delighted to have Dublin now in both airports. Now I have done some work here. I have switched on the battery. Which is here. I have put on the standby power, and I have connected to ground. No, I didn't connect to ground, and I should have started the APU. I did start the APU, and let's turn on the APU generators there. Great, so we're on the APU now, and I uploaded my flight plan, okay, just to save a bit of time for you all. Let's activate the flight plan. We'll have a look at that now in a second. So I've downloaded the flight plan, and let's have a look at the flight plan. Let's go to plan. Oh no, well, what percent you got to do all your performance and whatnot. Nish. Okay, so I have done center of gravity. Oh, you need to reserve fuel weight. Click it once, twice. There we go. Reserves. I'm going to put in 4 because I uploaded 4 tons of fuel. Reserves. You have to have something in there, otherwise it won't activate the VNAV and LNAV. Believe it or not. The cruising altitude. I'm going to have a look at my flight plan here. Cruising altitude. Now while I'm here, let me know if you want to have a look at something else in Dublin, right? In the chat. Let's have a look at the PDF of my flight plan. Let's write some stuff and things down. So there we go. We got a sitting star here. Let me write that down if you don't mind, if you please. We are leaving runway 28 right. I made it go 28 right so we could see it. The winds may not be accurate though. 28 right because it's a new runway in the sim. We want to experience that. And we're going to depart, and it said Bravo, Oscar, Foxtrot, Uniform, Mike, 3 Juliet. We're going to come into the star. It's going to be a Mike, Alpha, Lima, Uniform, Delta, 1 Mike. Our flight level today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be flying at 25,000 feet. Flight level 250. Transition altitude is in Dublin. I'm going to say 5. I'm going to say 5. It's default, you know, the AIP and all that kind of stuff. Let's just click here. I'm looking at Navograph here just to get any old chart for Dublin here to give me the transition altitude. It's usually by ATC anyway. So, yeah, 5,000 feet. So I was right. And we're going to go 28 right. 28 right. 28 right. So, what I'm going to do here. Zoom. I want to see where I am. There we go. Let's have a look at the map. So, we're going to want a taxi. It's going to be interesting. We're going to go... Oh, we don't have to cross any runways. Very clever. So, let's see how they've worked this out. So, we're going to have down here, we're going to taxi up. Oh. Is that a taxi? I can only assume that's a taxi over there. No, hang on. What am I saying? You come all the way up here from Link. We go to the outer taxiway, Foxtrot 3, left Link, over here to Link 6, the North Apron. And we're taking off 28 right, and we'll take a right down here and take off. Great. So when you're coming to land then for 28, you can come off here and you will have to cross the runway. Okay, so there will be crossing of runways. But there you go. So keep an eye on that there, folks. Great. So that's interesting. Let's minimize this window a little bit here and do that. Great. Where was I? Okay, so 25,000 feet. Okay. Right, level 250. Sorry, 35,000 feet is wrong to be right level 25, because that's, you know. Transition altitude is 5,000. Thought I set that to be default. 25,000 feet cruise wind. We're going to have to load the winds. Great. We've done perfect in knit. We'll do that anyway. We'll do that again. Ricardo Valrico's back. Greetings, Ricardo. Welcome back. Welcome back. He's saying Ryanair in Dublin is only allowed remote access to the aircraft. We will have to send a new bill for gate access to Mr. Leary. Yeah. Yeah. He's all about money. He's no panache, I'm afraid. You know? He doesn't have any, you know, doesn't have that. So it's money. little bit of panache there, Michael. He's a bit of a... He's no class. He's no class. Next page. Oh, hang on. N1 limit. Takeoff. Now we can't do our takeoff speeds. That's because we need to go to legs. Arrive departure. Departure. We're departing runway 28 right. 28 right. And we're going to depart 3 Juliet. Bravo, Oscar, Foxtrot, Uniform, 3 Juliet. That's it. There we go. That's our departure. Execute that. Let's go back into arrival departure and get our arrival into Manchester. We're going to depart on Manchester runway. It's going to be 23 right. Okay, Manchester 23 right, 23 right. Just need to write that down. 23 right, ILS please, Manchester. I don't want any of this nonsense. 23 right, ILS, thank you. And we're going to be using mould. Oh yeah, it's done that thing again. No, not mould. Mike, Alpha, Lima, Uniform, select the D out. That's one Mike. Select the D out, I was going to call it mould. And execute. So we've got our arrival departure. Let's go to legs now and just make sure that's all kosher. Alright. So let's go to 40 miles out. We go to plan mode here. Into plan mode. Plan mode. And note to self, put on some music. Just for a bit of ambient music, folks, no? You don't see it. That is volume 11. Let me know if it's too quiet or too loud. Okay. So, now, step. Boom. Boom. That's good, that's good, that's good. Top of climb already there, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Top of descent to mould. Boom, boom. You got discontinuity. Now, it's always going to be one. Let's copy this to here and execute and keep going and see what kind of approach we get. It's about a 10-mile approach, but we're turning on to the 10 miles there. So I'll just have to get configured in time, and normally you'd be a bit further out. But we might, if I have time, I might add a waypoint, say here. So we have, yeah, I think I will, because I need to practice that. We'll have a waypoint here, and we'll come in at a 30-degree angle and intercept the ILS a bit further out if we get time. So that's what we'll do there, because you're always going to be vectored in. So that, I'm happy with that. If you're happy with that, folks. Let's go then down to performance. So I'm going to go to, first of all, let's go back to map mode and back into 10 miles. Performance. See, my head is a little bit, where am I going? See the mouse moving around there because I don't have a procedure for it yet. Takeoff. We're going to take off flaps 5. There's our V-speeds there. Let's start our calculations first. V2 is 141. Let's get that to 141. My heading. 2.8 for the moment. We'll tidy it up now in a second. So I think it's 2.8. Let's be right about it. Let's be exact. Why not be exact? Now, what I'll have to do is I'll have to look at the plates. And for Dublin again. 2.8. It's 278 actually. That's the runway. 278. I've got switches and knobs all over the place, folks. 278. There we go. Runway heading done. Happy days. That's our free speeds done. Let's go into init, index, init, ref, index, and load the weather. Can we do it in takeoff? Let's go back to, oh, CFG, we need our CFG. Where did we get our CFG? There we go, 22.3 trim 599. Trim 599, almost 6. There we go. That's all done. Next page. That's all fine. I'm happy with that. Back to index. I just want the wins, and don't remind me. Don't remind me. I'll find it. Because if I don't remember yourself, I just won't remember. It's a cruise, isn't it? It's a descent. I know you can get the descent winds. I thought there was more winds. Let's get those anyway. Johnny C's with us, greetings. Come on, winds. Well, we got that kind of waiting music going, don't we? Lower the winds, please. Execute. Great. Sean Delaney, greetings. Hey, he says, Gripper, are you Irish? Sometimes I wonder. I am. Part Irish. And part Spanish. As you can tell by my incredibly amazing tan. Actually, that's true. I'm actually part Spanish. Yeah, it's true. Yes, it's true. Transition level is not 18,000 feet. Did I not put that in there? 5,000, please. What's going on here, lads? So we got the winds and all. What have I forgotten? Let's go through one side. Right. Okay, that's fine. That's all done. Climb. Yep. Cruise. Actual wind. Yep. Now, there's more to be done because you got to think when you're planning that we're going to come back immediately in case there's an emergency. I'm leaving that as a stream and I don't want to screw it up. We're not doing any holding. There, good. So the other thing I want to do is might do a hold at some point because I haven't done it in the 727 yet. I haven't figured it out. But we're going to change the waypoint for sure on the way out. And I think that's all that we need to do there. Half man, half biscuit, says War Hamster. Yeah. Let's go to the checklist. Get out of here. Okay, parking brake, battery, standby power, fuel pumps. I'll have all you. Give me all the fuel pumps, please. All the pumps, you got the APU generators on, that's fine, the APU started. APU good, APU gen is on, I think. Boom, just make sure, I'm sure I did that. Position lights to steady. I thought you'd have them off on the ground, you know, I don't know. They're on here, strobe steady is up, I remember. Okay, that's steady. Logo light on. Collision light. We put the wing lights on for shits and giggles. Cabin lights as required. We need the emergency for passengers, the same as the. I'm always going to be comparing this to the Airbus because there's a lot of similarities. Where to switch the emergency exits and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I see the yaw damper there. Let's not forget about you. Where's that emergency exits? Oh, I did it already. There it is there. Oh, I didn't do it already. Why is that switch it off when I hit down? I don't know about the Irish. Look, we'll leave them off. Let's put the belt signs on. And the no smoking signs on and all that kind of stuff. Great. There is a flow in the real world. Do you know? I might learn the flow. I'm kind of actually, without realising it, I just gotta go, let's do the flow. There is a flow. You don't need any icing yet. Put those electrics on. Good. While I'm here, I know we need to put the packs off, which they are. I want the APU bleed as well. I'm getting ahead of myself, I know that. Passenger signs on, packs on. We're going to have to switch them off now. And let's just follow the checklist. Let's put them onto auto. Packs auto high. IRS mode selectors I've already done that. Flight FMC I've done that. Transponder, no. ILS max speed, we've done that. We've got our V2 safety speed 141 knots. Heading takeoff run, we've got that 278 for 28 right. Initial altitude set, let's put it to our cruising altitude of 25,000 feet. Is my little switch going to work here? No, I like it. Is it 24,000 feet? 25,000 feet. Is it? I didn't confirm that there, folks. So 25, like that. That was 20. I've got 24 going on in my head here. That's a good look. Yeah, it's 25, sir. Good. And also, while I'm there, let's not suffocate the passengers. Do you know? Let's put up to 20. 25,000 feet as well. There we go. We are in Dublin. Runway 200 feet. Runway's 200 feet, so put the 200 feet there. Yaw damper, I just put that on. Window heat is on. Altitude, flight altitude, that's set. Landing altitude set. Flight directors are going to be switched on. Tiny little switches for the flight directors. Little tiny little baby ones. I just thought that was amusing. That's about an afterthought. LNAV, VNAV. Okay, VNAV isn't coming on for some reason, and that means there's something wrong. What could that be? John Ward says, forget O'Leary and want to replace forget with another word. Oh, I get you. Forget O'Leary. I want to replace forget with another word. Very clever, John Ward. Sean Delaney, when you shut the guard emergency exit arms, you're good. Okay, great. So, that's fine, you know. I'm learning this as well, by the way, folks. Just, you know, I've got the scat bare bones. John Ward, pay extra for Aer Lingus, same here. Yeah, I do. So when you shut the guard, Sean Delaney says emergency arms, it arms emergency exits. So there it is here. So that's done. Excellent. Now why I can't afford this isn't the LNAV one. John Delaney says LNAV won't work if your departure route in the FMXC exceeds a certain degree of angle of turn. Don't remember the exact number. Ah, okay. Now that's a mystery you saved, Sean. You contributed to the channel there with that. So that's because that happens sometimes. It'll just disconnect. Because look, there is kind of a turn straight away after, you know. Okay, so it's not an issue. We'll worry about it as we go. Minimums, that's when we're coming back in. All the rest is when we're coming back in. Let's get pushed back and get out of here. Let's get rid of the gates, the chocks and cones, and let's get pushed back going here. Let's get moving here. It's not time to get going, isn't it? Disconnect those jetways, please. Go into the FMC. Why won't they have their lot turn? Where's their? That's the bell going for the gates disconnect. Look, well done. See, they've added sounds as well. Now you gotta go in here, right? FS actions and ground services. Release the ground power with chocks. Where's their electronic flight back? PMTG. Is it they look. Yeah. Make it simple. Now, I know it's a suggestion, it's not simple, but some things you can make simple. Okay, now we've got all the shit, all the shit, right? We got all the shit done. We got a beacon light on, have we? Collision light is on. Yeah, okay, so let's, don't worry about the next later. Let's get pushback, folks. I'm not using the other one, what's it called? GM, whatever, because it keeps crashing the sim. There is the truck. God, he's driving fast, folks. He is driving fast.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your loud babies in the overhead soundproof locker.
Brakes off.
Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in their upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones and powered sexual implements are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicate levels are high for those of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is provided to ensure your personal intoxication and dehydration on arrival. Those of you who are mentally compromised will also be offered alcohol. But smoking e-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reason. Thank you for choosing Reaper Sim for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
cram everyone into a small confined space and give them lots of alcohol. After all, we are the airlines, and it's all about your safety. For those of you on longer flights, keep drinking and get dehydrated so you feel like shit at the other end. Thank you for flying Drinking Airways. Stop with this pushback, please. Good. He can bugger off now. He can start the engines. So, I can't help but be sarcastic. So I thought we were going to taxi up here. Yes, we are. Right, I know where I'm going. Great. Okay, I know where I'm going. Excellent. Yeah, I had to do the Ryanair thing. You were all expecting the Ryanair. I know that. I know I'm a little bit. But look, if you want cheap flights, you gotta go Ryanair. If you can't get Aer Lingus, which is an awful shame. Why didn't Aer Lingus just build loads of planes? Why didn't they just take all the magazines out of the airplane? You know? Let's start the aircraft. We moan at the cruise. Select display unit engine. Okay, let's get that thing done here. I'm still going, oh yeah, this does this, that does that. Yeah, I like that there. So you get the N1. Okay, engine 1 start switch. Great. We're gonna. Oh, it's done it already. We're going to use the right side. And engine to ground. On the left. Oh, I didn't really do my full checklist, did I? Hang tight now. Hang on. There's something up here, right? Tax should come off. Auto throttle arm. Okay, let's just complete the checklist. Jesus. This is why you have a sterile cockpit in the airlines. On, auto throttle arm. That's probably why I didn't. No. Fuel pumps are on, fuel pumps. Electric hydraulic pumps. Switch them on already. Anti-collision lights on. Park and brake is good. Ground getting removed. Engineering clear. APU. Oh yeah, I had to put the APU bleed in here. So I did switch on the APU bleed here, but the pack should be off here and here. See that needle going up there? Isn't that how it's done? And this should be closed. I don't know. Let's try it now. I've got to learn that again, how that works. If you don't know how it works, you're going to use the left side to guard. The left side start. There we go. We got N2 kicking off here. We apparently wait till that's 25%. There we go. We're kicking off. We're going, folks. We're going. 58 minutes into it, folks. Jesus. No wonder everybody comes on late. Do you know? I wonder, should I have the aircraft already started? What's that feel now? Is the music too loud, I wonder? I can't hear the engines very well, so what I'm going to do, it's annoying me. I want the sim sounds a little bit higher. Right, I'm going to put the master up a bit. Right to 95%. I want to hear those engines. Yeah, I can hear a little bit more. Also, I can set the PC sound up a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, that is engine number 1 coming up. And engine number 2. You don't have to switch this guy. It's a different starting systems. This is going to snap back to off. We go right to guard. And we'll start with that one as well. And into spinning. We wait for that for 25, and then we're out of here, folks. We're going. But I am delighted with New Dublin. I know. I thought MK Studios did the one with people walking around. You know, you can see people walking around in the terminal buildings, you know, when you're at the gate. Of course, I'm at the wrong gate here today. Engine is clicking off still here. Let's have a look outside. There you go. That, it helps. A bit of fuel now and again does help. Thinking of the Airbus there. Now we're getting to go. Okay, park and brake off. Taxiway lights on. And when we turn off the lights on. 4 taxi generators, 1 and 2. Let's get those generators for the engines there. Let's just wait till that clicks back in. This here's going to click back into place now any second. Okay, the guard mode. I'm just going to take it there. You see that just clicked in? And now it's started. Right, now we can set the generators on for the engines. 1, up to 2. We don't need the APU now. We can switch off the APU. Let's get rid of the APU bleed first of all. APU bleed off. Packs onto auto now. I can hear the air conditioning coming on there. Sorry. Probe heat as required. Probe heat. Probe heat is on. I've done that. Windows are heated. Anti-ice. Good. Packs are auto. Yeah, isolation valve auto. I think that's the isolation valve. APU bleed off. I've done that. APU off. This would be much quicker if you could actually, if I had all the, I'd love to have all the panels, folks. Do you know? APU off. Sorry. Engine start switch is continuous for takeoff. I must remind myself, I'm going to write that down, the after takeoff checklist, because I'm pretty sure that would come off at some point after takeoff. And back on for landings, like a few pumps of the twins, you know, on the little one. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to write that down. So where do we got? Approach, cruise checklist, descent, start switches, engine start switches. Engine start switch is continuous. Continuous. There we go. Just like to have those things today, folks. And let's go. For the love of God. Let's move and do the rest of our taxi. Brakes are off, adding a little bit of power. Let's go. At last. Dublin Airport version 2, folks. Dublin Airport version 2. Let's get the old tracker there. There we go. Very nice. Let's get a nice back here. There, there we go. Now I want to get to the outer taxiway. See if I can turn there now. There we go, folks. Let's get some eye candy in when we're taxiing there. Oh, no, wait till after takeoff. Okay, let's do more checks as we're going. Flaps. We will need flaps. Let's set the flaps to 5. There we go. Let's come out to this taxiway down here. I want to get on the yellow line. Engine start switches are on continuous, flaps are set, elevator trim, we set that for takeoff, flight controls full free and correct, and all that kind of stuff. We're on a sim, so I want to come out to this one here. That. Recall. That's all fine. Happy days. Lower display unit off, which it is already. Which is that one down here. That's off. Very nice. Taxi lights on, runway turn lights on. That's all done. Right. Taxi checklist. Okay, check all that kind of stuff. For takeoff checklist will be park brake off, fuel flow. Yeah, we'll do all that. Fuel pumps are on. De-ice, we don't need it. Cabin lights are all fine. Engine instruments are all checked. That's okay. Takeoff data V1, V2, VR. We've done that. Nav equipment is already checked. That's fine. And that's it. We gotta just switch on our transponders and lights as we enter the runway, folks. Now we're taking off 28 right. I'm going to take a right turn and follow the taxiway down to the light. There's an ambulance. We just killed the people in the ambulance. Right. Why would they do that? Why? Why? Come on, MK. Can you control why is there an ambulance and a fire gate on the taxiway? Oh, it's not the end of the world. It's a flight simulator, folks. It's nice to have some traffic, though. I don't know. I'm sure they'll fine tune it. It's just one of those things. We're going up that end there, folks. We're going up here. Right, come back. We'll take a right turn and we're going to get going now. Let's get back to the cockpit so we can control the aircraft and get into the cruise as soon as we can. I'll take a right turn here. Going a bit too fast, am I? Lots of detail in the airport. Lots of detail, folks. Yes, thank you, Copy D. I'll start the recorder. Come on. Recorder for the landing, folks, is on. Some random Phillips with us. Hey, some random Philip says hello. He says, sorry I missed most of yesterday. Don't worry about that. Brother's friend quite enjoyed the sim. Oh, great. And he says, I'll be booting up the sim to join you. Oh, do join us, do. He also says, hey, heading to Manchester? Yep, crap city, but my beautiful home airport. Don't live in the city, but it's the closest international to me. Well, I'm the same. I think most of us are the same in our capital cities in this portion of the world. We don't just take it for granted, really. I'm also a country bumpkin as well. I prefer the country to cities. It's the traffic and too many people. You know, all trying to jostle for position. A rat race. The cities are great. They have their place. Do you know? I'd much rather live in the country though. Look at this. Very good scenery, MK Studios. I tip my hat to you. I do tip my hat to you. Most certainly. Gotta get the safety brief in there.
On behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures to
what I'm going to do is this is a single pilot operation, so the 737.
There are 6
stop.
emergency exits
Just shut all my lights and
aircraft.
stuff.
Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you.
And then
when you are intoxicated, please refrain from opening emergency exits during your possible drunk episode during this flight. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen mask will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose. Pull the strap tighted in.
Press your brakes.
If you are traveling with the children, make sure that you're oven mask in the first before helping your irritating small child. If you are unable due to intoxication, you will pass out and suffocate in an orderly fashion. In the unlikely event of emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Live route and located below your seat,
folks.
And emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit. Please be aware, if you are intoxicated, you will be unable to carry out any of these instructions.
Engines on
this
continuous.
also makes sense to us for some reason. Thank you.
And I think the strobe light's gone to position strobe and steady. I don't know. Here, maybe we can check this. It's bothering me. After takeoff checks, landing lights on, strobe light on. It just says strobe light on. So that is off. So it's up here. Good. Taxi lights are off. Okay, so the taxi, I was quite correct. Taxi lights come off as well as the one-way turn off lights. Transponder set. Traffic button. Traffic button here. It's kind of afterthought there, really, isn't it? The traffic button. Clock, toga button, and takeoff. Okay, let's roll, folks. Park brake off, and let's get on the runway then, shall we? I'm coming in that way. No. Come on. Come on. Gotta be patient. Are you getting on, Johnny F73? Are you still with us? I'm very happy for someone to say you should have done XYZ, because that's how I'm learning, as you well know. New runway, folks. New runway in MK Studios. And the tower, the distance, I love it. I like it. Happy days, folks. Let's push on 50% power. Or is it 40? Somewhere around there. 50% power. Wait for it to be stable. Let's start the clock as well. Good. And toggle button. Where's the toggle button of this thing? We're running the runway completely. There we go. Toggle button's on. Forward of the stick. We're rolling. We're going, folks. We're out of here. Manchester. Manchester awaits. Speed's alive now, and we'll get 80 knots. There we go. Let's keep the centre line now. We've got a bit of a crosswind from the left. Feel it. Coming up to V1. And V1. Rotate. Oh, it's very heavy. Yeah, why does it do that? It does mad when it does that with a slight wind of 6.
Positive rate of climb.
Slightest wind. Positive rate up. There we go. Coming up to 1. And let's hand it over to the autopilot and get some eye candy in. Where are you? Okay, take about 2. Let's look outside. Wow, there's the new one, my folks. We're going to have problems in the aircraft, by the way, because it's not activating. I don't know. Want to do it now? No, it's the turn probably. Oh, it has now. Excuse me. And flaps coming up. May not make that turn. And it might disengage, but it seems to be handling it now. There we go. So Amanda Phillips says, are you in the second leg or did you spend an hour setting up the airplane? Well, Randa Phillip, we're on the first leg. We've just taken off. I did spend a while looking at the airport because it's Dublin version 2, showing people around. So that took up a good bit of time. And we're on the first leg. We're on the first leg. I might come back. I want to go back to Dublin, so stick around. Yeah, I might go back. You know, I think I will go back to Dublin. I might have to take a little intermission though. You know, I'll have to take an intermission. Okay, flaps are up, gear is up. They're the main things. Flaps are up, gears up. Gears up. I'm going to wait for 10,000 feet, just keeping an eye on the transition altitude. So we're going to go to standard now. Boom. Standard once, standard twice, standard thrice. Good. Switch to standard. Up to 10,000 feet, lights will come off. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. And from continuous, we'll go to off. And everything else is good. Let's read the checklist, shall we? It's given out here. Let's read the checklist. Okay, so the gear leader is in the off position. Command is set. Altimeter, it will be set back to standard. Low 10,000 feet, max 250 knots. We're slowing down now because we're 8,900 feet. ATC, we're not worried about that. Passing 10,000 feet, landing lights will come on. I'm going to assume we're at 10,000 feet now, just for shits and giggles, because I'm going to start talking now. Landing lights are off. Safety belt signs, we can switch them off. Which one is the safety belt? This one. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may
required
and
ring. I want to set the ring at the destination airport. Just get that done. Just while I'm here, so that to do that, I want to go into legs, which I'm at. Go all the way down to the runway. Copy that. Nope, copy you, please. Thank you. And then go into fix. Paste it in here. And we want a ring for 5 miles. And we want a ring for 10 miles. Let's give it out about 290 to pop up. Okay, fine. There we go. Our rings are set. Just the button's kicking off because it's 8 o'clock. Maybe we should forget about the thing that happens at 8 o'clock. Begins with the T. Do you know? We're in the cruise. Welcome, folks. Now we've done a loop. Came all the way down this way. Let's hope headed there. Let's hope headed there. And that island, I can't remember the name of that island. There we go. Ryanair Madness. What are you going to do? Now, I'm going to read the comments and switch off my camera if I may. Let's switch off the up camera on my face. Straighten the camera, we can zoom in a little bit. There we go. So Randy Phillip says, my computer is updating, so I'll join and return to it. Do, Sir Randy Phillip. Clappy D says, new to the street, have a look at the Discord. Thank you, Clappy D. I can't thank you enough for doing that. Because I haven't had a chance to put in the box, you know. You're a star. Now I don't want to do the box. Because you're so helpful. And I wouldn't want to take that job away from you now, but I'll do them at some point so you can do other stuff. But thank you. Don't forget people to join the Discord. We need newbies. Now, I'm going to have to get the people back. It'll take about 12 seconds. So bear with me. Happy to go back in 8 seconds. Sorry, I have to move the mic closer to my face. Must remember to move the mic closer to face. That's a constraint though, so where are the constraints? That's it. I mean, we can't see shit here, so I'm going to zoom out a bit. You can't see a thing. Let's try. What are the altitude constraints though? Need a position. That's airport. Okay. So we're all kind of good, folks. I'm just trying to figure out here. That's the time, is it not? I want the constraint. I want to see what the constraint is. So I'll have to figure that out as we go. It's got to be one of these here. It's not that. STA. No, that's navigation. No, waypoints. That's airports. Data. Position. No. Terrain. No. It's not like the Airbus regards to constraints then, is it? Arkansas Gravy's with us. He says, hi chaps and lassies. Something's wrong. Master caution's on. I haven't got it clear. Let's check the basics. Gear, flaps. Yeah. Something's wrong somewhere, folks. Control 7. Control 7 will get you off here. Never off. Control space, get you back to your normal view. So what's this? Oh, it's on the first officer side. I forgot about that. Air conditioning. Okay. Well, I set it to 25,000 feet now. So what to do? Why are we leveling off here? I must be constrained, but I can't see what the constraint is. This is bothersome to me. I have to give it a chance. I'm on here. 13,000 feet. 25 level. 130. Okay, so that's supposed to be constrained there. Boulevard then is at 115. Yeah, it's a short trip, so I think the flight plan gave us a stupid flight level. I'm guessing. But surely you go up to 25 now. Sean Delaney, hey ho. Don't worry, Sean, we're going to go back to Dublin, okay? We're going to go back to Dublin because Dublin's version 2, and you may want to see it. You may want to see Dublin version 2, the new runway, etc., etc., etc. So, I don't know. Oh, it's leveling this up at 17,000 feet. Let's force it to do it. Him on. Vertical speed. Nope. Good to get used to this because I'm using ATC. 2,000 feet a minute. Now we're going to have difficulty getting in here. Let's just get up. Let's get the basic setup for approach. So, no, init-ref index performance. Let's just check that. I haven't done that. Okay, fine. Climb. Oh, there you go. 25,000. There's our problem, bet you. 250. That would help. There you go. And out to cruise altitude. Yeah, it wouldn't. Okay, so we'll stick it here. Back it. Stick it at 18. Let's stick it at 18, folks. And put the VNAV back on. Nope. Let's do our flight plan. Let's just get the basics here then. Let's go to let's not panic. We have it's on screen for some reason. 100 miles to go, so we're going to be at 18. Set it to descent. That's descending. So for an 18, for level 8, we want to descend 54 miles at least, right? 18 multiplied by 3 is about 54, no? So 54 miles, 1,000 feet to go, that's what that sound is. So hopefully that will get us on track to some degree. Now, where was I? Let's go back to where I was. Let's get ready for approach. So we're going to go to init-ref, to index, to actually cruise here. 180, please. That's cruise. That's descent then. I'm not going to descend now. Well, let's get the forecast. Let's not bother with the winds here. I'm too busy. Maxim, greetings, Maxim. 1231234. Maxim, welcome. I like the Maxim name, Maxim. Maxim, that sounds pretty cool. Let's get the cameras back on here. Greetings, Maxim. Welcome. Good to have you on board. Let us know in the chat if you're new to flight simming or you're experienced, or all types are welcome here, as you probably know. I'm learning the 737. It's going to take a while, like it did the Airbus. You know, now when I say I'm learning it, I'm saying 1%, just get them from A to B, and then we put the muscles onto the skeleton, if you know what I mean. We build up from there. Okay, so where descent? I don't want to descend now. I think we've lost our, probably because I was messing around with the altitudes there, we've lost our descent. Where it says to descend. So you might enter a hold if you get stuck, right, and descend to the hold. Or wait 54 miles. Let's say 54? About 50 miles. So now where are we then? We are in, I said, well, Prague, we've got... Where is it? Not very well shown, is it? 85 miles? No, that's our altitude. What are the miles down there? Okay, anyway, let's get set up here. What else do we need to do? Let's go back to performance there. Let's start to remember stuff. Approach. Okay, approach. 137 knots. No, we're going to take 30 flaps for approach, so we're going to go 140. So let me write that down. Flaps 30. Flaps 30. I'll have that in. Minimums, ILS, frequencies, all that kind of stuff. That's select our airport here. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie is Manchester. Boom, we're coming into runway 23 right. I'm behind now, I can feel it. ILS please. We're going to do a standard ILS approach. 449 is the minimums. Class C. 449. We can set it here. Barrow. We want it on the barrow. And you'll see down here. See that? 449. No, I don't want to reset anything. Jesus. 449. And then we will get our minimum call out. 449. 109.5 is the frequency. Change up my radio stack here. Let's get the camera so you can see what I'm pressing. Frequency is for Manchester 109.5. 109.5. Good. No. Put it in the active box. That's good. 109.5 and 109.5 over here. Don't worry about him. He's talking to the stewardesses. Flirting with them. So that's set. We're not going to get a signal from the ILS just yet. Just check it on 109.5, 109.5. Approach course is 232. Course is going to be 232. That's it. Good. You put in the Q&H here, and I just can't recall. Let's go back to ref here. Oh, go back to index here. Steep descent after Mull. This is where our problems are going to go. So I'm going to descend now to... how far are we out now? Prague. Why can't I see this? 60 miles to go. Oh, we'll start descending a bit now. 64 miles to go. So almost there. So I've lost. I'm too high. So let's get going down. Let's start descending now. Base height is 3,500 feet. Now it did say here descend now somewhere. Where was that? That's something new I've seen there. Descent. No, it was in approach. No, I thought it was an approach. Okay, fine. Let's start descending. Let's make it. Yeah, we're going to burst some eardrums here because we are 4,500 feet too high. So I'm going to need some breakage, folks. Going to need some breakage. Or will we? 2,500 feet. Well, I think we'll be okay for now. Okay, we'll leave it there. That's going to be okay for now. Right, next stop's 10,000 feet, folks. So whatever altitude it gave us there on SimBrief, it didn't like it in the actual sim. It was the wrong altitude. Now, how can I fix that error? Because I don't know the solution. So what is SimBrief give me 25? That's the feet. I think in future I should go with what it tells me in the computer. I think that would make sense. So going way too fast here, I'm going to slow down. I know, put the brakes on very abruptly there, just to frighten the passengers, you know. Just to frighten them a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more drinks shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures far into the future. Thank you.
I want to create a new waypoint. I need to know this, like, I should go off the top of my tongue. We want it to be about... heading of north from CF22. Right. So how do I do this? Copy that. Slash 0, 0, 0, which is north, slash, oh no, hang on, I remember now, he said don't put a slash, 0, 0, 0, slash 5, put it in above here, valid entry. Would it not work with the slashes? It would make sense. Maybe it didn't like. Maybe it wants 350. Let's say at 5. I'd like it if it did it that way. It doesn't like that either. So let's try another way. 350 and then slash 5. Yes, Yes, it will. Execute. Get rid of the discontinuity. Execute. And we have... Now we've got a little bit something that makes more sense. So, okay, it's a less of a turn now, and we'll get that turn into the ILS by 10 miles. So that's looking good. Let's come out of the plan mode now. So that's sorted. Maxim, greetings Maxim. Says, greetings Gripper. I've been back to your stream a few times in the past couple of weeks. It's been a while. I first flew with you when they realised that the junkers, when you flew in the junkers, and I remember watching you land it when I left the parking brake on and nosed over. Ah yes, Maxim, we've all done that. You know, that was great fun, and we want to get back into that at some point. You know, brakes are still on. I'm aware that we're slowing down now, and I want to get my approach speeds set. So we want to come to about 200 knots. I would like, or maybe under 250 anyway. Jesus Christ, 2,700 feet and I'm under 200. You see, that's what happens when you're messing about. That's why you have two pilots on board. So going back to 210. Going back to 210 knots, and we're on approach. For now we're too low. All my time is spent doing that waypoint there. See that? All my time is in the waypoint there, and we just went too low. So we'll just have to disturb all the people on the ground, folks. Just big no-no. That would be a big no-no in the real world, to be honest with you. More than likely. In fact, let's just keep the speed up to about 320, 330, 230. Sorry. 230. Manchester folks, Golden Air. No harm to see the city. I'm guessing the bright lights down here, is that the sun shining off a building, or is it the airport? That's the airport, and it's the sun shining off the building. That's very interesting. Very realistic. Very realistic the way that does that sometimes. Sometimes you see this white light in the distance of the real airplanes and the small ones. You see it all the time, and it's the sun shining off a window of a building or something. That just happened to be the airport there. So we're going to take a right turn when we come out here a little bit. We're at 230 knots. We're going to intercept the ILS, and of course all that stuff was missed out when we were coming into... There's a lot of stuff missed out. Let's catch up here. Too much chit-chatting. Q&H is in Manchester. That's a big no-no as well. Niner. Hit B here. Niner when I want hectopascals, so I just default to inches. Niner. Once, twice. Why is that so dark right? There we go, turn it down. Twice. So I got the Q&H set. It's supposed to go in here somewhere. I have to get those procedures organised myself. Now we're going to climb back up to 3,500. What a disaster with regards to that. So let's get back up here. Stop that mess. Stop it. Right. We've got no identifier for the ILS yet. Weather in Manchester, low wind 180 at 5 knots. Veering 130 to 230, 10k or more, feet clouds flying 1,900 feet, scattered at 3,200 feet, temperature 13 Q&H, temperature 13, dew point 10, Q&H niner, temporarily discharged in the vicinity 7,000 metres full visibility, light rain broken at 1,200 feet. There we go, we're at 1,200 feet now. Let's get everything set up as best we can. We're a little bit, we're 1,000 feet now too low. 900 feet too low, see that there? But we're getting back to where we should be. So let's zoom in a little bit. We've got stuff to do now to make this a nice landing. The recorder is on. When we come into the first ring, that is the 10 nautical mile ring, and that's going to be flaps 1, 200 knots. Below 200 knots, and flaps 5. That's at the 10 and gear down, and then the rest of the flaps 5. Sorry, flaps 15 at the 5 mile ring, and then we'll do flaps 30. And I'll be manual at that point, of course, so there's going to be a big change in pitch there. We'll put the auto brake on. We'll arm the lift dumpers. Can't hear them. Arm the lift dumpers. I get used to it. I did it with the Airbus. See a little bit more. There we go. Now that turn is not going to be coming from, it would have been coming from here. So we would have turned and we would have gone, oh no, all the way, and we'd be on the eye less than 5 nautical miles, which is not, it's not, you know, it's just not on. It's not on, folks. Greenlander checks. Ground altitude set. Okay, fine.
25.
I'm going to turn off lights on. Okay, let's get our procedures done here. Just read any other checks we need to do. Auto thrust is required. Thrust tube configuration. Okay, good. Right, let's do the simple checklist. There's the airport there. Kind of disappointed, I can see it now. There's something I have to do. Jesus, activate approach to make grip pursuit. Oh, just in time. That was lucky. See what happens when you get behind? That was lucky. So we're on the approach. 10 miles. Flaps 5. Speed checks flaps 5. For flaps 15, 195 knots. Let's get that speed down. So you got to wind it down yourself. Do you know? I'll go 170.
2500.
A bit of brakes here. Flaps are 5 now. I jumped a bit ahead there. I wanted to slow down sooner. There we go. Speed brakes back up and back to the arm mode. Speed brake to arm now again. I know what the master's for. It's for the air cock. Oh, it's gone now because we're down low. Great. Okay, we have the ILS alive. 23 right. Got approach course set. Barrows 449. Good. Let's go manual, folks, shall we? Let's do all the gears manually. Let's see how we get with the aircraft. So I'm going to switch off the autopilot. I'm going to hit the autopilot disengage button here. Just going to get my screen set up. Autopilot engage. Thank you. Disengaged. Boom. Gear down. Flaps. 30. I'm going to go half scale here. Speed coming down to 40. Our flaps are 25 now. Still coming down. Less is more with the control column. You look away for a second and it's all over. Don't go half scale. Don't go half scale. Don't go half scale. Don't go half scale.
Airspeed low. Light slow. Light slow. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
It's not taking
Light
giving me
slow.
the airspeed. This is why I hate auto throttle.
Light slow.
Can't keep it with the weather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add 5 knots of driving, kids. Right on 40 knots now. 141 knots. Now I'm going to ignore the poppies because you know what's going to happen. It'll take us in too high. It's going to complain about glide slope and everything now.
300. Approaching minimums. Sink rate. Minimums.
I know the sink pressure. We're back on now. Continue landing. So I'm taking off just as we're going.
50. 30.
Let the hump on the runway.
20.
We should feck off there now.
10.
That really annoyed me, that airplane taking off. Sometimes traffic, just get rid of it. Thrust off now. Reverse thrust off. That was annoying with the traffic there. Do you know, sometimes I like the traffic. Now I could have gone around and stuff, but it is a simulator. Do you know? Flaps coming up. A little bit of a messy approach, so we'll go back to them and see if we can just get ahead of it there. The only time I get to practice this is on the stream, but we got away with it. Kind of. Let's have a halt here. Let's halt here. Get rid of you. Put the parking brake on. Let's clean up. So flaps are up. We want to get those. Oh, we need some lightage up here, folks. Here, Jarka gets. Alt L will do. I want the dome light on, please. Where is the dome light? Where is the dome light? This is my first turnaround now in this model, you know. Dome light, dome light, dome light, dome light, dome light. Is that up here, is it? It's up here somewhere. The dome light. Okay, I'll leave it out for the moment. Okay, I'll leave it out. I'll use my torch for the moment. Where was I? Okay, so transponder. Stand by. And we should have put the engines on continuous there, by the way, in descent. Taxiway on. Runway turn off lights on. Landing lights off. We'll start the APU. And that's all for now. Let's taxi back in, folks. I'm going to do the replay. We'll do the replay. Brakes are off. Alt L for your torch. Let's taxi back in. We'll have a look at the replay. I'm going to try and have a look at the replay. I don't want to wait till the whole end just for this one. So it shouldn't mess up the sim. I'm going to take a gamble on it. Won't mess up the sim there. You can come off as well. Let's get some parking. Let's ask the ATC, shall we? Okay, I'm not going to get all head up with the taxi. We're going to use baby wheels, folks. Damn it. I don't like the obvious. It's too obvious, isn't it? With the baby wheels. So we're going to go back to Dublin. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, Maxim, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream there. Good to see you again. We all, you probably heard me say this before, we all kind of, I only do it a lot now in the evenings, instead of watching television. You know? I'm doing this, but if I wasn't doing the streaming, you'd view it for a month or two and then you leave it, and then you get back into it with a vengeance, and then you leave it for another few months and you get back to it with a vengeance again, etc, etc, you know. So people always come back, do you know, which is nice. Yes, do you know what, Clappy D? The subtle taxi ribbon, I did that. It's not working, so I have to maybe uninstall and reinstall it again. So I'm going to take that link. Thank you, Clappy D. I need the subtle taxi ribbon, so I'm going to open a window with that there, and I'm going to download it now. Download. And we'll do that in the cruise on the way back. I'll just install that, and then when I reboot the sim, it'll be all good again, you know? Because I like the subtle. This is too, you know, Come on, Gripper Sim, add some power, and let's get going. But I do like the traffic coming and going. I wasn't going to go around. So Manchester's just got busy then. The live traffic. Brilliant. So it'll give you folks a chance now to come on again. I might take a quick break. A quick 5-minute break. To turn around. Just to let producer buttons out. You know, I have to be quick though. I'll have to be quick. Dara Butler, greetings. Dara, welcome back. Howdy how? Straight ahead and to the right. I've changed the music, you'll notice. Clappy D. I've taken all those. It's all ambient music. Let me know, guys, if you like the music. If you don't, let me know. Do you know? Let me know. We're in Manchester. Only the best for the viewers, folks. Only the best. Pay where only for the best. Oh, you pay for it. Thank you kindly, folks, for supporting the channel. Those of you who, you know. Thanks to the subscribers and members. All the way to the edge. There we go. Let's have a look outside here. This is another newish airport. This is the second time I've been here now. I think I got up with it the last week or so. It's just nice to have the main airports in the area. You know, it's quite well done. It's quite well done, yeah, Manchester. Come on, I'm going so slow here. Too slow. We'll be taxiing a bit faster than this. We'll be getting a marshaller. Now in Dublin I'm interested to see the gates if it gives us indications for the parking. On the way back I'm going to be a little bit less chatty. Alright, because I want to get things sorted out with regards to not getting behind the airplane. That's bothering me quite a bit. So I'm not spending any time on that. There we go. I'm not spending a lot of time on the actual, you know, proper things. I need to learn one new thing today. I'm happy with, like, you know, adding the waypoint, little things. It's different than the Airbus that you don't put the slash in for you know, you put in the airport or your waypoint, and then you don't put a slash in for the direction, what you do for the miles, and that's going to cause, hopefully that won't cause confusion, but we'll see as time goes on. Because tomorrow I'll be flying the Airbus again. Do you know? That's all here. Let's put the parking brake on. And let's get the gate. Oh no, we've got to do the replay first. Don't we? Now for the replay I'm going to put the daylight back on a bit so you can see what's happening. Okay? You want to see at least a shadow or something. So we'll be coming back into Dublin in the golden hour, effectively, hopefully. So I'm going to put the flaps back down to 30 because that's what we landed on. Okay. And then we're going to do the replay. It takes a while for the flaps to come down though. Do you know? And I'm not going to switch the agents off obviously until I come back. So what we're going to do the replay. Then we're going to take an intermission for 5 minutes. And then we're going to dump all the passengers off this airplane and head back to Dublin. I hope that suits everybody. Okay, let's get the replay organised then, shall we? Get off Manchester Airport, folks. Sounds good to me, so stop doing happenings. Okay. Let's get the replay organised then. Stop recording. And replay. Hopefully this won't screw us up, but we'll still sort it out. Pause replay. Goes a little bit ballistic. Did we get the takeoff in? We did. Let's see if we... Because these have a habit of getting a tail strike possibly, don't they? It's just taking a little bit longer now than usual to load the scenery. It's just taking a while. And this is the new Dublin scenery, folks. We left. We're coming back to Dublin now. Oh, it's taking a while to load up. Oh no, it's there. There it is. There's a new view for us all. It looks like it's not an asphalt runway. It looks like concrete to me. You know? So let's see how close we got to the tail strike. Now, I know the flaps weren't down on the takeoff. Flaps weren't down. Let's see how... Let's come back up here a little bit. There we go. We'll have a look and see how close that tail got to the ground. Let's resume the replay now. Let's take off. I'll get rid of my face at the moment. And let's get some eye candy going. Face gone. Nice. The animation's in here. That was a win there. That's okay. It was okay. There wasn't too close to the ground at all. It's not going to animate here either on the flat slopes. There's a different view we have to see before, folks, in Dublin Airport. Can you believe we're charging €5? €5. Drop somebody off the airport. You know? Get out of hand. Okay, this is the approach. I'm going to do a few of these, and you can judge my landing. And let's give it a second to load. On the lovely scenery. I'd like to get the 3 wheels in. So we'll do this for you first. And resume replay. Oh, that's not going to happen. Wow. What? Oh. Okay. How about do this? No, it's not going to... We'll have to do it this way then, folks. There we go. It was a bit of a messy approach, I admit. But the landing was okay. I do find this actually easier to control than the Airbus, oddly enough. So far. I'm going to straddle the centre line. Yeah, I did go below on purpose, right slope, and we got it. Oh my god, the centre line a little bit there, didn't like that. No, it's not the centre line. And reverse thrust. Now have a look to the side. We'll have a look to the side this time. Need a bit of an angle. So here actually. And let's pause the replay. And go back a little bit. Not too much. Right there. There we go. Resume replay. Bumpers. There we go. And next we want to do the window view. Does record the speed all right. See the speed tape going there? It's not going ballistic like the Airbus does. I wonder we might do a fourth. view there. Now let's do the wing view. Pause replay and back to the approach there. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's going ballistic now 'cause it's in the air. You hear all the clicking noises? That's because I switched lights and switches off and it's trying to switch them back on and off again. Now, I have to say too, the TV I'm using is an LG C2, and it's made a massive difference. It's like looking at a real aircraft here, you know, except for the window around the sides, that wing and the clouds and the scenery in the ground. That could be, you know, if you showed that to someone just before this came out, they think that's real. Clappity say, Gripper, your mic audio is being drowned out by the engine sounds when outside the aircraft. Okay, I get you. Okay. I'll have to raise my voice then. I'll just raise my voice a little bit, Clappity, because you can't hear the engines. There's some traffic there coming up. He's going around because of me. Excellent. I just have to, like this, right up to the mic when I'm outside. I have to think of that. There's one way. It says there, minus 174 minutes. Sorry, minus 174 feet per minute. That's okay. I can't argue with that. So not a bad landing. Much room for improvement though, of course, the approach. And it's me chatting at the stream too much, isn't it? Let's pause the replay there. Let's go back up to the gates here. Now before I take this off, what happens is I'm going to put my feet on the brakes now, make sure the throttle's back, and then stop replay, right? Otherwise it goes shooting forward. No. I'm going to hit the recorder again in case I forget, okay? I'll leave that on for the break, for the intermission. Or will we bother taking an intermission? Let's, do you want to take an intermission, folks? Let me know, just say yes or no in the chat there. Do you want to take a 5-minute intermission? We'll just go, will we? We'll just go again. Let's get rid of you. Okay, let's put the brakes on. I'll wait for an answer there from someone, if you want to take an intermission or not. If you want to go to the loo and get yourself a treat. And you can watch the whole thing for the way back. If you say nothing, I just won't take the intermission. Just go. But we can still do it before we go. Right. So, let's get set up again. I'm going to have to go into SimBrief. We're going to go to close you. We're going to go new flight. We are going to go from Echo Golf Charlie Charlie to Echo India Delta Whiskey, which is Dublin. Aircraft type, we're flying 737 700. Good. And we want economy, unfortunately. Good. Anything else there? Now, I've got to remember this time it doesn't really bring everything along, so I may have to load some fuel and check that. It doesn't do the fuel either, unfortunately. So that's pretty much all. Now, what it's doing here is it's doing the there's, see, coming into Dublin, I know this for certain. You're vectored in, you don't do, this is the procedure for Dublin, for little twins and whatnot. But it's always radar vectored into all these airports. But we'll just do the procedure. So that's why that arc is there. That's going around the VOR. That's certain, I don't know, 30 miles or so. So that's fine. And generate flight, that's all I need to do. P or no P, that is the question. Exactly. But it'll be a while getting started anyway. You know? It'll be a while, that's all the stuff loaded. Now, I need to switch off the engines, because we've got to dump these passengers now, don't we? So, I haven't got any procedures for this, just to shut off the two engines there. APU is on. Let's make sure I have the APU generators on. good. We don't need the ground power. We leave the APs on. And let's do our flight plan then. Let's have a read of our flight plan, shall we? So it's done. Let's go to view PDF. Let's see what we got. Zoom a bit for y'all so you can see it. Okay. Put some stuff down there, folks. Stuff has to be written down. Okay, so we're leaving Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. We're using runway 23 right. We're going to leave on the Bagso. No, incorrect. 23 right. Our SID is Eckland, whatever that is. Echo, Kilo, Lima, Alpha, Delta, 1 Romeo. Going into Dublin, Echo into Whiskey, and we're leaving runway. We're arriving into runway 28 right. Happy days. That's the new runway 28 right. That's what I want. And we're SID is the star is Baxter. Okay, this is Baxter. Great. Brava Alpha Golf Sierra Oscar 3 Lima. I wish they put an O. Is that an O or a 0? Do you know? Put a strike to the 0 to it if it's a 0. Why don't you? Americans, what are you going to do? Flight level, it's saying here flight level to 22,000 feet. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it from the FMC, the altitude. I'm not going to listen to this anymore, right? That's it. Do we need fuel? No, we don't. We've got 8.9 here because I put 4 in before I left, so that's fine. Now that's it. Let's dump the passengers. Has it forgotten everything? Oh, it has. Great. Okay, so passengers. Take it as the passengers. So we've dumped them. Let's go to legs here. We haven't loaded anything. Great. It has nothing. Okay, let's then go to menu and just get rid of all the stuff. Is there any surfaces there? Any doors open? No. Great. So it empties the aircraft on landing. Fine. You switch off the engines. That suits me. Right. Let's go to InitRef. Interesting. Is there something I need to do here, folks? This is the first time I've done this, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Gotta load it in. Gotta load it all in, folks. This is not like... Oh, right, okay. I was hoping it would do what the Airbus does. Maxim says, is it possible for you to copy and put the waypoints in the chart so I can bring them into Microsoft Flight Simulator and get the same route? I don't know. It is possible, so let me copy and paste for you. It is possible, but there is several ways of doing it, but I'm going to put the route in for you, and some people do that. I put it in YouTube as well, so that's the flight plan there. Yes, you can. You probably can put them into Flight Simulator. Oh yeah, well yeah, sorry, you can. You can do it to SimBrief or to Flight Sim. You can just put all those waypoints in and the approach in Flight Sim and you'll be good. You can also use Navigraph charts and all that kind of stuff. Certainly, Maxim. So, I've got a problem here because I want to reset everything. I want to do a turnaround and I haven't learned how to do this here with this one. So you usually go into init and you kick everything off, but it's on approach reference here. So I'm kind of lost here. But what I can do, I guess, right, is shut everything down. Let's shut it all down, shall we? Get that alert on. Okay, remove the EPU. Or I can do this. That's a bit of a bummer now. I'd like to know it this way. I'll have to watch a video on it because we'll be sitting here for hours. Other words, in other words. So what we'll do is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to Menu. PMDG setup. I'm going to load this panel state. I'm just going to reset everything here on my controls. I want to load state, please. And I got to go cold and dark. We'll go from cold to dark. I don't know how to do it. I'll find out. So great, we're cold and dark. That'll refresh everything we can do on our flight plan. So, cold and dark setup, folks. Battery on. Let's get the ground power connected. Flight sim actions, ground services, request ground power. Now when they connect, it takes a while. You'll see here the switch. Ground power will illuminate. I think it's up here. I can't see it though. Alt L for your light. Yeah, see it says ground power available now. Boom. Happy days. Alt L again. We're going to start the APU. And we're going to set our nav on to nav. Good. Lights are reset. I would have thought the strobe light should be off at this point because you don't want to blind people, no? Anti-collision light comes on. Now we can load our flight plan, which I've just done in SimBrief. So if I go into init-ref here, I'll have to come back to the menu here and then go to FMC. See, it's all reset. Clear that message there. Go to pause init. Go to next page. Select left. Copy that. Go back to previous page. Pop it in here. That's our GPS coordinates. Go to route. Request flight plan. But what I can do two ways. I can just go Echo Golf Charlie Charlie to Echo India Delta Whiskey. Put that in company route, I believe, and that should find that from the flight plan. Activate. Oh no, hang on. I don't know. And if I don't know, that's not a good thing. That's too late now. Request flight plan, and it should load that now from SimBrief request. Yeah, I do know. There you go. Gotta be certain, don't you? Takes a while. There we go. Uplink load. You can hear me okay now, Clappy D's. This is when I'm outside, I think. I'd rather hear the engine sounds in the ground and me just have to raise my voice outside. Great. I'm going to go to legs here and then go back to Perfinite. Sorry, I'm going to go arrive at departure. So we're going to depart on runway 23 right. And we're going to leave on the Echo Kilo Lima Alpha India Romeo departure. Execute. Excellent. Then back to arrive at departure. I'm going to arrive to Dublin. We're going to arrive to runway 28 right. Next page. ILS 28 right. And we're going to use Bagzo. 3 Lima. Bravo Alpha Golf Sierra. It has Bagzo in, as you know, the flight plan. It just drops it here for some reason. 3 left, that's it. Execute. Oh, hang on. Good. Okay. Now let's go to legs. And let's check that out. Plan here. Plan mode. And we're going to step. Let's just get a bit of distance here. 40 miles. Step, step, step. Good, good, good. No discontinuities yet. Good, good, good. We got the whole procedure to come into Dublin. There is a break. There is a break, as there would be. Discontinuity. Copy, paste, execute. There we go, that's fine. Into Dublin. Happy days. Let's go back in then. To ref where we were. Need our zero fuel weight, which is done from sim brief reserves. You've got to have something in there or you're going to have a problem. Cost index 3. Good. Now, it says flight level 226 here. I'm going to take that. I'm going to do what it tells me. 226. Boom. I'm going to ignore the one at sim brief. Execute that. N1 limit. Fine. Takeoff. Flaps 5. Takeoff. Or is it flaps 15 they use? Okay, flaps 5 it is. And there's our V-speeds. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take off today with... let's put in 141 knots as V2 safety speed. Let's put that in. 141 knots. Do not put in, if it's windy, 5 knots. Is it not plus 5 or something? I'm going to put in 5 knots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. 6. 1, 4, 1. So I added 5 knots for the wife and kids. Johnny C's here. Got to go out, folks. Maybe drop by later. Do, Johnny C. Thank you very much for watching. Okay, let's take off. Next page is good. That's fine. Let's go to menu. Sorry, init ref index. So we need to load the weather. So that's the approach. No. That's done. Performance. Something you doing there. Perfect request. We haven't done that exactly, have we? I think that automatically loads in the zero fuel weights and everything from SimBrief. Flight plan. Let's punch it in anyway. Okay. Oh, it's put it to 22,000 feet now. Okay, let's do what it tells. Let's just do what it tells us, folks. Let's go a cost index of 5 actually. Back to index then. Takeoff. Go to V speeds. We'll worry about that approach when we're on the way in. We'll worry about that later. 3141 for the moment. Okay, that's it. That's everything I can think of, except for the weather. Right? And I keep forgetting about this. And that is, if I remember, in descent. Request winds, there we go. For some reason it's already in the descent. It must be somewhere else with the cruise and climb, I don't know. It takes a while. Load. Execute. Okay, good. And that's everything. So, APU is on. Let's see if I can do this in my memory. I'm not going to look at the check just for the minute, because I'm trying to learn this as well. So, APU is not on. I obviously didn't hit that button properly. That would have been a problem. Let's not waste the battery either. Oh, we do. Grandpa available. Okay, we got it. You can see APU starting off in here. Let's get the fuel pumps on. Let's think. Let's try these flows. So, yaw damper should be on. Fuel pumps are on. Emergency lights, ground powers are on. APU is coming up now, see it goes right up. We gotta wait for it to engage. There should be a light coming in here. I think a light comes. Oh, it doesn't. It says low oil pressure, doesn't it? So how do you know it's actually active? Let's activate the generators anyway. Good. Lights are fine. Wipers fine. Back up here. Let's turn up some lights here. Let's turn up some lights here. Safety belt signs. No, that's equipment cooling. Emergency exit lights. Safety belt signs. Press that button for no particular reason. Good. We want our windows heaters on. Interesting. And put the heater probes on. We don't need that. We put on the electrics here. Good, good, good. And back up to the first one. Now, we need packs off, which they are. Let's close the isolation valve, or to leave it in auto, I think. Let's make sure we have the APU Ryanair. That's set. Altitude. We said we were going to go to, what's it say? I didn't write that down now. What was the altitude? Let's go to init then. Index. Cruise. No, the cruise is here. 22,000 feet. So 22,000 feet, fine. See, now we may not get any errors with that now because it's set properly. Do you know? I'm not getting the same information from Simbri for some reason. 22. There we go. And in here. 22. I don't know, we're about 250. Manchester is runway's 150, 149, 249, 250. So put that to 250. We're going to change that coming into landing. And that's everything there. We need the anti-collision light on there. We're going to get pushback. Let's have a look at the checklist there. So, let's see what I've forgotten. Engine instruments, check, yeah. Fuel quantity, yeah. We check that. Lights, yeah, fine. No, that's the wrong side. You don't need. Standby power, yeah. The fuel pumps are on. APU started. APU gen is already started as well. I wonder what happens if you press them if you think you've forgotten. Now it's on. Logo light as required. Yeah, we'll stick that on. That's on. Cabin lights required. Emergency exit lights have done that. Passenger signs are on. Packs are auto high. Yeah, but then we've fixed all that. IRS mode selectors they're done. That's all set and done. Transponder, yeah, don't worry about that. ILS max speed, we set our takeoff safety speed as 146. Heading takeoff runway 232 is the runway for, we're departing runway 23 right, and it's 232 on the heading. 232. Oh. 232. Initial altitude is set. We're going right up to our cruise. Yaw damper, I set that on. Window heat's already on. Our flight altitude in the cabin is already set, and the landing altitude we'll do it on the way. Flight directors are both on. 1 and 2. LNAV, VNAV. Very nice. Minimums ref, that's on the way in. All the minimums, that's on the way in. That's fine. Force, engine starting, just start the engine. Now, before I start the engine, make sure I got the APU bleed on. Hopefully it is. Hopefully I've done that correctly. Now you got to get pushback first, of course. So, I wish it would make it easier. Pushback. Request pushback, please. Zoom in a bit here and see where we are. I want the tail to the left. We've got to disconnect that bloody stairs, folks. Those stairs do my head in. Get rid of the ground power. Get rid of the chocks. And that'll get rid of the stairs, I hope. Yeah, stairs are gone. Brakes are off. Now we should get pushed back. There we go. There's another plane parked here for some reason. That might be one of the boys following us along. What the hell's going on here? Why am I going back in? What are you doing? Let's see. What's it doing? It's not pushing back, it's a bug. Look, it's a bug. It's a bug, folks. It's a bit of a bug there, folks. Someone's parked on me. Someone's parked on me. Is that... Let me see here now. That's very annoying. Let's tag up and see if it's one of the boys here by mistake. No, tag up. No tagging up. No tagging up for me, folks. Okay, it seems to be pushing back slowly, but when I put the brakes off, that brings me the wrong way. Come on. It's just clipping into this other aircraft. See, it's doing it again. Let's stop the pushback here. It's very annoying. It's clipping in with the other aircraft. That's what's happening, I'm guessing. See that? I have to hit the brakes and then we'll continue pushing back. Oh, your man's pissed. Into tug. Tries your patience. Come on, keep pushing back. He's what's happening is he's stopping and then dragging me the other way. Alright, stop pushing back. Go away. You drunken fool. He's drunk. Let's have a look at him. Oh yeah, he's got tinted glass on there so you can't see him there. Look. Is there anyone inside there? Oh, there's a seat alright, but you can't see anyone inside. Well, he can go and lump it, folks. Let's get these engines started, get out of here. Electrics is given out because we need engine start. So let's go for the left first. Put on the left ignition. Ground to the left. Are we getting any indications? Negative. I know why that is. Give me engine here. Oh no, I'm wrong. I am correct. We're starting. Right, 25 in the N2, that's the sad fuel. What's number one? Excuse me. Left is number one, folks. Now it's kicking off. Let's keep going to the checklist while that's doing its thing. 4 taxi generators, 1 or 2. Probe heat, yeah, we've done that. Anti-ice is required. Engine anti-ice is required. Packs, auto. Well, that's after we start the engines. We just have to wait here, folks, for the moment for stuff to happen. You know, I can't seem to tag up though. Oh, my cameras are still off. Sorry about that, folks. Go. Tag up. Tagging up for me, folks. Okay, let's get engine number 2 started here, and he's gone to grind number 2. There we go. We got N2 coming up. Let's see if you can hear us here. Have a listen. I've got that for you to really kick off. Come on. Can you hear it? Okay, that's number 2. Plenty of fuel. Watch it now to click back to off position. There we go. Now we can put the generators on for the engines. Switch it off for the APU. And switch off the APU. Good. We get our taxi lights ready. We put the logo lights on. Everything else is on. Good. Check this then. Generators 1 or 2 are on. Pro Pete is on. Yeah, wing anti-ice. We don't need that yet. Engine anti-ice. We don't need it. Pack start back to auto. So we don't need you. Actually back to auto. Isolation valve auto, which it is. APU bleeds off. APU is off. Starting engine. Start the engines. Engines are on continuous for takeoff. So it's saying here before taxi. So we'll put them in continuous there. Flaps are going to be 5 degrees. Flaps set to 5. Trim. There we go. Back and toast for you, correct, and recall. It's going to give an out about electrics again, is it? Where's the aircon? Something wrong. Speed brake do not arm. Is that armed? What? Oh, right. That's odd. That was at a kilter with my actual physical control. And now it's still giving out about something. Is that the yaw damper? Have I forgotten the yaw damper again? No, I haven't. Aircon again. Why is it giving out about the aircon? Is it up here somewhere? Does that be open here? I've got to study up about this whole panel here. Could be something to do with that. Is it? Aircon. Bugger. Anyone any ideas? No. No experts on tonight. Auto. That should be an auto really, shouldn't it? That's auto. That's off. This should be on. Off scheduled descent. Bummer. Oh, hang on. Did I say we're going to lower? Yeah, 22,000 feet I said. I don't know what's going on here with the aircon, but what can you want to do? Let's get out of here then. Lower display units off. Yeah, taxi lights. Jacks removed. Only turn off lights is required. We've done all that. Let's taxi. We'll do the rest of the way, folks. Let's taxi and we'll do the rest of the way. It's just up here at the runway. Park and brake off and out of the power. And we're off again for second leg. Lib Rocketeer, greetings. Joining you for your return. Brilliant. We're going to Dublin, the new Dublin for E2, folks. We're going back to Dublin on the Dublin version 2. We'll have a look when we get there. Be sure to ask me though, because I've looked at it already for the others. We'll have a quick gander. Am I pleased with Dublin version 2? Yes, I am. I got discount because I paid for version 1. I paid, instead of $30, I paid $20, which is about just above €10, isn't it? The only thing that I was just a little bit saddened with, I thought that'd have... Oh, I'm going the wrong way here. Bear with me here. Am I going the wrong way? Am I, folks? I think I can fix that though. Yep. Well, I'm gonna have to add a bit of power. I'm going taxing way too slow. There we go. Okay, we're good. I'm not really taxiing properly. It should be under my seat there, the yellow line. Now we're good. Now we're good.
Good
Just do our checks.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your loud babies in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in their upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements, are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout
Let's get some
this
lights on.
flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicate levels are high. For these of you who are feeling
These down. You can save your
alcohol is
cockpit
provided
states.
to ensure your
You know, I'm fiddling with these
personal
lights now. It's a bit of a pain in the neck, but when
intoxication on arrival.
you can actually save the
Those
states
of you
of the
who are
cockpit, so I have to save a state.
compromised will
Because the
also be
lights, so
offered
I've got to zoom in here, and that means I
but
can't look
smoking
outside.
E-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited.
Come on.
This will make sense to us for
Too
some
bright, you're
reason.
too bright.
Thank you for choosing Reaper Team
you're
for
too
your
bright.
flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Good stuff. There's a few flow. Reset back to rate. Center fuel tanks are on. De-ice, we don't need it. Cabin lights, fine. Flight instruments. We've got our altitude. We've got our takeoff course. We've got our V2 VA safety speed. And your instruments are fine. Takeoff data V1, V2 VR. Yeah, we've done that. Now equipment is checked. Landing lights, strobe lights on. Can't see it from here, is that on? No, that's steady. That's on. No, that's off. That's on. That's it. Taxi lights, we've done that already. And 129 on the runway, we put our transponders and stuff on. Use the whole runway. Oh, we can come off here maybe, no? I think that's the beginning there. Let's just have a look here and see. Good. I'm going to go a bit slower here. We need a transponder on. TRRA. Lights. They can stay on. APU's off. We're on continuous in the engines, so set that up. Flaps are set to 5. And I missed some of the runway. I should have gone further up. I didn't study the runway. Let's backtrack, shall we? The backtrack for shits and giggles. Rudder pedals. Rudder pedals are coming off the stand, folks. Aircon again. Oh no. Doors. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How did the doors open all of a sudden? The doors. How did I manage to open the doors? Why isn't it giving everything to the first officer, not to me? Yeah, it says doors there. Doors, folks. Let's just slide up and away, shall we? I love the way they have the hump on the runway. I think it's really cool the way they've done that in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, let's figure out this door business here before we go. Get rid of my torch, Alt L. Let's get rid of this. Let's fix that door problem there. Aircon doors. Those are closed. Let's just go. I don't know what's going on about the doors. Okay, folks. Parker brake off. Let's start the clock there. And 50% power. That's good. Toggle button. Toggle button's not working. Why did you switch off? What's happened to the taxi? Toggle button ain't working. Let's just go. That's a bit of a problem later on. I missed something there.
80 knots.
And going up to V1 now.
V1
Up we go. Rotate. Let's go. Positive rate. Gear up.
Positive rate of climb.
Why did it have me climbing so steep? No, I'm not climbing that steep. Why does it want me to climb that steep? Not doing it. Not doing it. It's not going to make that. That's why the VNav disconnected there. You can't climb more, you know, usually it's 15 degrees, you know. Flaps coming up to 1. We got a bit of a rain happening. Come look outside. Very nice. Now let's activate. Now let's come back on. Autopilot on. Flaps up. Autopilot. Auto throttle disarmed. Ah! Arm, you fucker! We're gonna break the speed limit. We're alright. Switching to standard. Once. Twice. That's super right there. Ow! Twice. And thrice. Gear is into the off position. So, gear is... flaps are up, gear's up and off. Flaps are up. We can switch the engines now from continuous to off at some point. I don't know if it's now or not. We don't need... I don't need you anymore. It's going to keep us here at 5,000 feet. I'd love to be able to see the constraints though. You know, why we... Oh, maybe it's in the legs page. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we'll go with that. Just go with that. 250 knots. We're off. Happy days. So why... the auto thrust disarmed. I wonder why that was. So that's why the auto throttle wasn't armed. Maybe I didn't arm it. I'll have to review the video. Because I did fly to the checklist by memory this time, pretty much, didn't I? So, I can write that down here in a list to say, don't forget about auto throttle. So I'll just put it out there on my checklist. Maybe it came off at some point. Maybe I pressed something wrong that I shouldn't have, or maybe I didn't arm it in the first place. But that auto throttle was not armed. And that's why that happened. That's why vertical nav disarmed. Was it nav? Is it vertical nav? Anyway, one of them disarmed. That's because auto throttle wasn't armed, and that's why the toggle button wouldn't work. There you go. Let's zoom in because you can't see it in the head. Very good. We are coming up now to D25 for Papa, which is 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet. There's the constraints there. It doesn't have it there. Oh, it does have it there. Look. But they are constraints. I'm blind. I was looking here to see it should be there. So it's only at certain waypoints. So if I zoom out now, there's no more until we get down lower, I would say. Great. So we're all good. Everything's fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. road we want to do there in Manchester. Now I know you can't hear me there with that loud sound, but what I can do is zoom out. It's very loud outside. There we go. Yeah, it's going to start to climb. Okay, cool. Let's get ready for arrival, shall we? I'm going to switch off the cameras for a minute, folks. Liberty Rocketeer, are you with us here? Let's just see. It wasn't tagging up there earlier on. Let's tag up here again. I can't see anyone's tags at all. So let's make sure that screen's active. Hit the backspace button. It's not showing anyone. Just reset the cam there. No, it's not showing anyone at all. For some reason. Now we're climbing again. I'm going to switch the cameras off. Just for the moment. And here's our right turn. There's a bit of rain there, folks. So, note to self, right? Note to self. When you press the toggle button, Ripper Sim, first thing you want to check, the auto throttle is armed. It's not armed, the toggle button won't work. That's 10,000 feet now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belts and scramble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use while left is
Limp Rocketeer's 5 minutes behind me, great. I just can't see any tags, Limp Rocketeer, you know. Okay, let's see now, sorry, let's see what problems we're going to have. Can't see any issues. Don't see any issues so far. Okay. First things first. Let's get the basics done first, will we? Going into Dublin. Whiskey. Coming into runway 28 right. Be a manual approach. 278 is going to be our course. I have to move this out of the way. Actually, do you know what I have to do, folks? I gotta log on up here. Because that's so much handy. You can see everything without me having to come out and I haven't logged it in. Oh boy, why do you do this to me? Let's do it on the other screen. Password. Okay. It's asking me to log in because I had to rebuild it in that whole machine. Now we're linked up, folks. Yeah, come back to me. Come up. Come back. There we go. Now you can see what's going down, folks. I hope. Make it a bit bigger, would you like? So hopefully you can see some of the text. I'd like to zoom into this part. Can we make that lighter? No. Okay, as I said, we're approaching into runway 28 right. So, approach course 278. Frequency is 110.15. 1,000 feet to go. Boom. And you do the cluster, I guess. And at 3,000 feet is the approach to the ILS, but we're just getting to our altitude now. 2,000 feet, top of descent, there we go. Now we're going to set our altitude for the ILS, which is actually 2,500 feet, correction. That's set, course is set, radio is set. I don't bother about his. Minimums. We're class C, 550 meters of visibility, 415 feet on Barrow. It's going to be down here. $415 feet, folks. Yeah, I've got twisted mass here for ages. You see it changing down here. Is it? No. So this takes half the time. $450 set. 450 feet set on the barrel. Not. No idea. Okay, so that's that done. Let's check the weather in Dublin, shall we? You. We can do that here. Can we check it here? Dublin, we do the meter from here without having to come into my phone. I think we can. We can't. Okay, see that's why I'd love to have the iPad in the airplane. I have to get my phone out then. Now it does ask for the QNH in here. The other thing I wanted to do, as I learned the other day from Robert Times, was let me think, I don't remember. There's a way to set. There it is, I have it. Right, hectopascals please, so you can set the bar without having to actually, you know, I'll tell you what I'm doing here now in a minute. So, I have to look my phone out for the weather, unfortunately. I'm using AeroWeather. One word, it's a blue icon with a silver wind vane. That's on your phone. It's the real world weather. India Delta Whiskey. Okay. QNH is 9 or 9 or 4. I bet you see it change down here. And that's handy because all I have to do now when I get below 10,000 feet with a transition altitude which is 5,000 feet, right? All I have to do is press the that button there, right? Standard button, and I'll go from standard to QNH. Done. Let's just check here for the checklist before get the cameras back here now. Sorry, folks. Get the cameras back here. There we go. Do the belt sign actually. I actually hit the belt sign that time. I didn't. Oh, I'm going to set my rings now. So we're going to go to, let me see, we're going to go right here. We're going to go to next page. Oops, too far. Where is the wrong? 1way28, right? Copy that. Go to fix. Boom. We want one for 5 miles. And we want one for 10 miles. Boom. That's our ring set. When I get to the 5 mile ring, blow 200 knots, and then flaps 15, gear down at 5 nautical miles, and then flaps 30. Good enough. Fuel quantity is good, that's fine. We've got 10 left, that's more than enough. Lights required. Port off descent. Aegis airport information, you got that. Altimeters checked, that's fine. Radios checked, done that. Reset MCP altitude. Done that. FMC approach speed reference. Okay, here we go. This is what I did not do last time. We go into init ref. We go to index. And we go to approach. We want to. Oh, I selected it already, didn't I? So flaps 30 141. So what I want 141. I'm going to write that down if I may. La 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 la. Nah, I won't. I won't learn anything doing that, will I? You can get rid of that. Prohibit some of them anyway. Why are you slowing down? Oh, we're going up to our top of descent. We're decelerating. See, it's a quick flight, folks. There's no messing about. So I've set my course to 2,500 feet. And this, unlike the Airbus, oddly enough, you would think the Airbus would descend automatically. It doesn't. The 727 does. You know, apparently. 220 degrees wind at 40 knots. Now I can go back to the... Sorry, I missed the comments there because I just thought I'd get a little bit busier and fly the airplane, you know. So Philip, for some reason when I turn the rudder, I can't turn on the ground. Does anyone know how to fix this? Check. There's an option somewhere. Look here. Right? Nose wheel steering. I don't know if that's... I was watching a video and they say, because your nose wheel steering should be tied to your rudders. Now in the real world you use the tiller here to steer on the ground. So there is a switch, and I think it is default in here. It's default for you to use the rudders as a tiller. So I might check your controls. There might be your controls might be, you know, your right rudder might be brake as well or something like that. You know, check your brakes and your rudder pedals. Reconfigure your rudder pedals. We're descending now. Happy days. Next job is 10,000 feet, and then the transition altitude. So that's what I think it might be. When I turn the rudder, I can't turn on the ground. Just now, you might be, if you stop both wheels, also, Philip, you won't turn the air. It's a stop. You got to keep both wheels moving. So you want to turn. Let's say if you want to turn to the right, you want to slow down the right wheel, but keep the left going a little bit faster. Does that make sense? So if you brake entirely in the right wheel when you're taxiing, you're going to stop. You know. So let me know how you get on with that. We'll see if you can fix it. Liber Rocketeer is joining us. He's 5 minutes behind us. He's on our left wing. For some reason I can't see anybody. I'm going to clock up again here. It's not showing me anybody at all, folks. Oh no, it is. There's really shocked. That's some bloke there. So now I'll leave that on and I'll see you then. I'll be able to see you soon. We're coming up to the coast of Dublin now. We're going to do the arc. I'm not going to disturb it. I'm going to let it do the arc. Normally you'd be vectored in. I'm told 100%. That's how it's done in the real world. Not done like this at all. One day I'll get the VOTs in. One day I'll get the time. So much to do. There's just little time to do it in, folks. Okay, let's keep on going to check this and get ready. Localizer course. We've got our approach speed ref. So 30 flaps. Yeah, I got that done. Localizer frequency, yes, that's done. Localizer approach course, that's done. Engine start switches to continuous. Now, when do you do that? Let's just do it now. Right? It's done probably, you know, as you're coming in. De-ice is required. The temperature -12. Are we going into any clouds, any moisture? Let's put some icing on for shits and giggles, will we? Wing anti-ice, engine anti-ice. Pro heats are all good, the windows are all good. That's fine. Landing altitude check. Yes, we're going to land. The landing altitude from Dublin is 200 and... runway 215 feet. I don't know if they choose runway elevation, which is 243, or runway, which is 215, but we put in... I got 250 there, so 200 would be close to, wouldn't it? So I'll leave that there. So are we on profile? Yes, we're on profile. This is working out very well on the return trip. So we're on profile. So the lesson there, folks, is if the computer gives you an altitude, don't go with SimBrief. Go with what the FMC tells you. Flight management computer. That's a lesson for me. Note to self. Recall. It says the 800 only for some reason, but no, we're okay. This time round, we're all good. We've done it right. Radio altitude bar minimum, we've done that. Auto brake, we need to set that. We'll do it now. We'll put it to 2. Passing transition altitude is the next job. 16,000 feet. So we're way ahead of the aircraft this time. See? Happy days. So let's see who's with us. If you're new, let me know. There's Lip Rocketeer. There's Shady Sim. There's a big bunch there off there. I don't recognize here. Windy Shark with us. Did that work, random Philip? Let us know. Limp Rocketeer, and you might have a different call sign there. I'm looking at. There he is. There's Limp Rocketeer. I'm going to say. There's Limp Rocketeer up there. Look. Happy days. Sorry about the Ryanair livery there, folks. My apologies. I know lots of people who fly for them and they're perfectly happy. You know? They're perfectly happy. I'm not too sure about the air stewardess. I think I treated it a little bit badly. BMGG, I'm beginning to like it. I still like the Airbus. You see, here's the thing. You know, here was the Phoenix. It was up here. I like the Phoenix more than this one, in other words. Sorry, I tend to talk with my hands. Now I'm warming more to the 77 purely because I'm learning a little bit more about it. Now, have I learned anything new today? Not really, but that's okay. Because I need to... the more you do this, the more you learn. And I want to confirm stuff I learned. Like the waypoint. Also, what we've learned to this stream is take the altitude, the climb from here. Which was in index. Oh no, cruise. Oh no, I didn't put it in there. Where was it? I saw it somewhere. Fucker. Okay, we'll find it. Performance. Oh, the transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Next page. Where was the altitude there, folks? Saw it there. Oh, it's going to change now, probably. It's probably changed. I think I took it from cruise. It was in here because we've changed altitude now. It's probably changed. I took it from cruise, I'm pretty sure. So that's the lesson. Don't take the altitude from SimBrief. Take it from the FMC. I don't know why that is. SimBrief doesn't really gel into this aircraft that well. It doesn't bring the fuel, and it's something wrong with the cruise altitude in SimBrief. Only with this airplane, and it could be me. I don't know. But that's what works for me. So what else? I confirmed the standard thing here. I remember that again because it was Robert Tynes showed me that. Because all I have to do now to get transition is hit that button. That hit the button, and then the altitude's gone all over the shop, and then you got to twist the knob back down, which is a pain in the ass. This here, by the way, is an arc. See that big thing here? So I've done this manually back in a while ago. In the twins. I've done that manually in the twins, and all you do is you find a 10-mile arc. Let's say this is like 20 miles out maybe, and you follow 20-mile arc, and that's the procedure. So what else did I learn? Let's see where we are now. Oh, 10,000 feet. Landing lights on. Both onto continuous. Safety belts on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks
and that's
to your
it for 10,000 feet, isn't it?
We'll be offering more.
Don't forget to arm approach mode in time.
Also, we would like to
well.
take this time to thank you, all of our subscribers and members, for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures far into the future. Thank you.
Okay, so 10,000 feet, speed. Order 250. Landing lights on. They're on. Passenger signs on. They are. Approach checklist. Altimeter check. Localized frequency course. You've done that. Approach mode. Arm. Or approach. It's approach mode, yeah. Approach mode arm. Can we do it from here? I'm not going to do it from here yet. I want to see it capture. So it looks like it's clear weather in Dublin. It's pretty much straight ahead over here. See all the people start checking out the new airport. Now we're taking a left to join the arc. I'm not going to go direct. I could, you see, if I just go direct here to, let's say, Alpha Bravo India Victory uniform, we're going to screw up our profile. I think if I did it before I took off, it would be fine, but I didn't. But we'll have a nice view out of the right wing of Dublin, won't we? You know. Okay, I've got some time for the comments now. Right, if let's check if it worked at the ground. Great, so you're up and flying anyway. Well, the sim is showing now around the pillar. I should see it. Let's go there. Let's keep flying around today. There's the bracket here. Donkey Flux. It looks like you're with us. What's your call sign around the pillar again? There's the Brocketeer. There's Shady Sim. And the GC3, very nice. There's a big bunch over here, look. 3 people flying together. Now we're joining the arc. There's Hothead over here. It's called Hothead there, where all the rich people live. And Dublin Airport is actually where those people are all sitting there. And we're good. – 8,000 feet there. 5,000 feet to transition altitude. So transition altitude. Just set altimeter to local. Sorry, a transition, yeah, 5,000 feet. Good. I'm going to declutter now just for eye candy purposes, folks. There we go. It's 2200 now, it's 10 o'clock, folks. I have the ship add-on, right? I have the ship add-on. You know, for all the ships you can download for free, and some Flight Simulator or FlightSim.to. I didn't see any ships. I didn't see any ships at all. Zero. So what happened to the ship traffic? Maybe it's just for America. I don't know. I'll have to revisit that. So, copy D, what we have time. Oh, I dropped a few frames there, folks. What the hell? 38% over the last 2 minutes. Does anyone get dropped frames there? Streamlabs has checked to drop frames a few seconds ago. I hope your internet connection changed. Are you all still with us? Maybe that's what happened. Yeah, we had a few frame drops there, folks. This is what happens with Simulator. This is why, you know, with 2 runs, it drops the frames on landing. So keep an eye out for that. That's a bug, and I forgot about that. Remember, we'd come into land. Has anyone got that recently? The frame drops coming into landing after a long flight. Now let's see if I can skip ahead a little bit. Not really, no. Not really. But that's not stream. The stream's okay now. May have dropped a little bit for you. It's nothing I can do about that because I have high speed. Sometimes. Streaming, you know. Let's take my face off for a moment. And the cap. We've got a bit to go here. It's 8,000 feet. Let's have a look out the right window. There we go. So let's see now. Is this not the first stream? I think, but I've done a return trip with the new PC. Because remember, with the return trip, the frames used to die. All of a sudden, and it was a bug with the sim. We don't know if it's fixed. I haven't heard anything about it. So let's get our friend MSI Afterburner up here. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I took you out there a little bit, didn't it? Let's take our friend out here, and we've got we're going at 93 frames per second now. So say 95, 89, 90 frames a second, 997. So it's just under 100 frames a second. Not too sure about that track changing it. Happening here now. We came down here. We turned around and we're doing the arc. So that is coming from Dublin VOR, which is actually well north of Dublin Airport. The VOR in Dublin isn't in the airport itself, it's kind of well to the north. I don't know what the reason is for that. So that's what's happening. Then we're going to come in for the approach. And then 10 miles. So that's the procedure. But it's all radar vectors. That's okay, Random Philip, that's fine. Chow chow, Random, if you're heading off. He says, I'll pop on later if I can. Just replay your landing. Yeah, I will. Have a good night, everyone. Good stuff, Random. Good stuff. So that's what's happening there. Go to that screen here. That's our final turn. Now we're going to turn on to the ILS. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's get ready. to our final turn now. Frames a second, just change, 104, 105 frames a second there. I'm curious to see what it is to be coming to Dublin. You'll notice it'll drop right down, so if I take the mouse here and move it to another window, I'm clicking on a window on another monitor now to come down to 50 or 40 or 30. You know, see that? Another window highlighted there. That's just to save on bandwidth. Oh bugger, I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't reset. Didn't reset Live Studio folks. Sorry. Live Studio, didn't reset it. Been open all this time, now we're descending. So I know it's late, better late than never. Now that's changed there. Bit late, but what are you gonna do? Now you got a nice long final. We are 23 miles to go now. It says about 43 seconds there and the time to go. Let's refresh that. I don't know if that's right there on the top of the browser. I'd say it'll be about 5 minutes now before we're on approach. Let's check the recorder. Recorder's on. I want the golden air. I'll leave it as it is. Let's not change the weather. The cloud formations are absolutely stunning in this flight simulator. Absolutely stunning. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. That does help. We've got 13 watching. We've got 13 people watching. And we've got 26 likes. There's people on earlier on. Going up to 5,000 feet now, folks. It's on approach mode. I've got arm approach mode well ahead. Now the trick is, I want 146 knots, so I think when it captures the ILS, I'm going to be able to control my speed, and what I want is at the 10-mile ring, I'm going to be below 200 knots, which I'm not now. I'm at 227. Then 5 miles out, drops 15 gear down. We're on profile though. We're spot on. There's the first ring there. So let's put flaps 1 in here. Let's see if it slows us down automatically. Oh, it does. Does it? Drag required. Okay, that's what I thought. Let's put some drag down. Excellent. Okay, so flaps 1, the computer will kind of get you. Try above 20 meters. I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know what that is. Flaps 1 is 250 knots, so we're fine. Flaps 5 is 250 knots, so we're good for speed for flaps 5. Now we're going to be below 200 knots. I like the way this is going. This is going much smoother so far. So far, so good. Thanks, Slappy D, for reminding everyone to hit the like button. Almost at the ring now. Almost. Getting rid of the brakes. Brakes are off. And come on. Okay, we're at it. Speed check flaps 5. There we go.
2,500.
Let's hope this goes well. I check this away, getting ready to disconnect the autopilot. Flaps are at 5. Like I said, we're going to take flaps 30 at 146 knots approach speed. And our bar is set for 415 for our minimum, so the runway's clear. Which is a pity. I would much rather be foggy. Right down to the ground. Let's hope this goes well. It should go better than the last one,
I just want to tell you both, good luck. We're all counting on you.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing shortly.
It's captured the glide slope. I forgot to put the fucking standard button on at 5,000 feet.
And your safety belt is secured. Our cabin attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers.
We're at standard
Your
now.
baby is screaming during the approach. Please
90905.
ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead locker.
That's this
On
a bit of a
behalf
bummer.
of Reaper Team and Production Buttons, we would like to
Didn't
thank
switch
you
to
for
standard
taking a
5,000 feet.
massive risk during this mostly dangerous flight. Thank you.
I want 146 knots now. 146 knots, please. Brakes. We're on the ILS, we're still captured. Flaps 15. Gear down. We're slowing down. Speed's going back nicely. Let's get rid of the autopilot now. I have control. Flaps 30. Don't let it do that. It's doing that again. Brakes are off. Spoilers are armed. Brakes are armed. Spoilers armed? They are now.
1,000.
Get on it. Less is more. It's going to take me in too high in the ILS. It always does. For some reason. Wind's coming from the left. 13 knots. 12 knots now. Coming a little bit lower in the ILS all the way. It's going to give out. It's going to give out. Oh, let's just do what the computer tells me. It's just a bug in the flight simulator. Oh, get on it. Stop letting that wind blow you off. You need to crab it in. I haven't got my crab.
300.
Get my crab, folks. There's that aircraft patiently waiting at the holding point. Thank you. Continue landing. There you go. See, it does take you too high. See, I'm right on it.
50.
It does take you too high.
30. 20. 10.
Don't float. Don't float. That was a 10 knot crosswind and it should not behave. That's crazy. I wish they'd fix that. Let's get the first exit. Let's get the first exit. Reverse off. Flaps up. Welcome to Dublin, folks. Disarm the old spoilers there. Let's go to halt and clean everything up. Very nice stop there. And boom. Let's put the marking back on so we don't go all over the shop. And let's clean up. So flaps are up. Good. Spoilers are disarmed. And brakes are off. Happy days. Transponder. You can come off and all. Stand by. Lights. Landing lights off. Well, boom. APU start. Onto off there with the engine starters. And I think that's it, folks. Let's have a look at the checklist. After landing, transponder, yeah, flaps, retraction, speed brake, yeah, that's disarmed. Landing lights off, strobe lights off. Oh, the strobe lights. Yes. Center should be off. Taxi lights are on, yeah. Cabin lights is required. Anti-ice, we can switch that off now. Don't need you. APU, yeah. Probe heat off. Engine start switches off, which I did. Auto brake off, yeah. Taxi design parking gate. And as you're parking to the gate, you're going to turn off all your lights, won't you? You know? And then APU gen. So it's much better when you take it easy. Brakes are off now. What's it giving out about now? Anti-ice. Yeah, but we know that. Okay, fine. Let's go. So now I'm kind of glad I did the turnaround, although it did take a lot of time, and it's half 10 now. It's half 10. But that brought a few things home. You know? Let's get the Toby working here for me. When I turn the Toby, I never mentioned this, I'm putting myself on the yellow line, right? I'm putting my body on the yellow line, my arse on the yellow line, and I'm guessing that the nose wheel is right underneath me. See my logic? Now when I'm taxiing a car, see when the turn there, see it looks like I'm going past it. Now I'm putting the yellow line in. Oh Jesus, subs buttons! Holy shit! Producer buttons awake again, folks, and I forgot to put on my cameras. Oh man, producer buttons is back. She's back here. Yeah. Hey buds, don't worry, we're going to do that thing soon. We're going to park up now, do the replay. I should just want to say hello to everybody, don't you, buttons? Just want to say hello to everyone, don't you, little dog? Oh. Yes, we've been on for quite. I know. Yep. She's wearing the collar again, folks. We got a mind her paw a little longer, don't we, buttons? I don't know, it's a pain in the ass, but let's make sure that everything's fine. What's that? I hit the like button. Okay. Oh. You. What? Scratch her ear there. That's part of the checklist as well. There you go, producer buttons. So this is the new Dublin Airport, folks. If you're just joined us, version 2 from who were they again? They were. I just scratched the dog's ear here. She can't get at her ears. Oh, remind me. Who was it? Oh, I'm sorry, but there we go. That's a proper scratch there. There we go. My conclusion with the airport in Dublin version 2 is great. The only one thing I'm just saddened by a little bit, I know some people do it, is people aren't walking around at the gates, you know, at the windows when you're parked up. I mean, it's just nice, a little bit of good talk. making all sorts of sounds there. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? No. Yeah, but just give me a minute here. Okay, so we've got to cross the runway here to get to parking. Let's see what Microsoft gives us. Procedures not to have a dog in the cockpit, I suppose. Okay, give me clearance here. Where do I go? I know across the runway anyway. Here, let's see if I can guess. Where am I? Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's cross over and take a right. Producer Buttons is not going to let things go now. She's going to insist on another thing, folks. I can't mention the word. I think it's a T, you know what I mean. So let's park this up then. I can't see any traffic now. That's a pity. Well, it is daylight, but it is real sim time. It is real sim, if you know what I mean, with regards to the traffic. So it's not much going on at the moment, I'd say. Well, no, it's 10 o'clock. There'll be a few flights coming in, I would imagine. You know? Let's get the baby wheels on. Yep. All the way down. Get on the old yellow line there. Well, so we're going to do the replay now in a sec, folks. It's taking a while to get there. Some traffic coming in there, look. Oh, I missed it now. It's gone behind the buildings. Sorry, folks. Not long now, Producer Buttons. It's like we're going uphill a little bit here. Let's get the baby wheels here. Oh. Okay, where's it going to take us? Where's it taking us, folks? Take us halfway around the world. I asked for a gate. It's probably going to take us to just a stand here, folks. I didn't know there was so many Air Canadas in Dublin. Oh God, just once, please. I'm just glad she's in good form, though. I'm glad she's in good form. Ah, yeah, okay. We're going into... Yeah, very nice, very nice. We're going beside that Ryanair, folks. Very good. It's very atmospheric, the airport, with all the stuff and things in it. You know, you can see inside. I can see people now in the terminal. You know, although they're standing still. That's great, you know? There we go. Now, take note when we go up to the gate here and see what you think. Where's the yellow line? Where's the yellow brick road? Here. That's it. Now, whereas before you would never see inside the terminals. You know, I could see a body standing at the window there. Doesn't matter that it's not moving, but it's just... Jesus. Now, let's have a look at this traffic sign here, right? I don't know if that's active or not. Oh, yes, it is. Look. Slow. Look. It's telling me... Okay, that is absolutely fantastic. Let me move forward a bit here. So it's saying move forward 5 meters. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Wow. Now, that is absolutely brilliant, MK Studios. I saw your man. Where is he? You see your man standing there. Now, I would like people moving around, but you know, I forgive you for that now with the gates. I saw it at the picture on their website now. I said, oh, it's a little add-on you have to have. You know, and it's... I don't know if that's great. And I know they have these some airports. I don't know about Dublin. I'm sure they do because it's a simulated version. So that's great. I'm very pleased with the way you can see the gates here. Lots of stuff in airplanes and things happening. Happy days. Let's have a look outside. Clappy D, MK Studios is the developer, right? And Orbex is the distribution, I think. Because MK Studios have their own website. They go, well, buy it with Orbex, from Orbex or for someone else. Do you know? Does that make sense, Clappy D? Let me know. Librocket here says, if there ever was an airport that needed an add-on, it was this one. You're right, yeah, and it's Dublin's very popular airport. Do you know? Now, before I do the replay, would you mind terribly if I give her just a little treat? Because she's not going to stop, let's face it. And I think she wants to go outside as well. So, God. There, okay. Let's see. Okay, I gotta get one to treat. Give me 2 minutes, folks. Just give me 2 minutes. Come on, we go and get a treat now, Buttons. Come on. Yeah, we're gonna give her a treat. Come on. She's not gonna stop until she gets a treat, folks. My apologies for having to leave my seat. I'm gonna do the replay now and have a quick look at Dublin if you want to. Let me know while I'm gone for 18 seconds. Let me know if you want to look at Dublin, please. And then I'll look around, otherwise I won't. Okay, let's get a Okay, here we go. There you go, producer Buttons. You just woke up there and went ballistic, didn't you? Sorry about that. I have to. Good job. You're very good. Now you wait there for 5 minutes. Okay, let's have a quick look at the replay, folks. Perhaps come on back down to 30 as they were. I'm just going to do that landing this time. The takeoff was fine. And let's get the recorder. Stop replay. And replay. And pause replay. Okay, here we go. Why is the gear not down? Right, so it's a mismatch with my physical controls. That's the problem with the recorder. Don't worry, we'll go back. Only there. It looks hilarious. I had the gear down. Just problem with the coordination with the sim and my physical controls. So did I see? It lands late. It's a nice no touchdown. It does land late because the damn thing. The recorder, as you know, doesn't work quite well. Let's have another look at that, folks. I know it's very loud outside. I hope you can hear me. Clappy, do you let me know? Pause replay. Let's go back. And have a look at a side angle of that. Sure, let's look at Dublin. Maybe purchase of Terminal 2. Okay. Can we go upside view, folks? Might be wrong. It's okay. Just a button wants to go outside, folks. That's why I'm a bit. You can hold it. After still have a look at the wind view. It's 30 frames a second now. Oh no, hang on, that's wrong. 70 frames, 66, 67, 65 frames. There you go. Different picture than before, folks. Now let's have a look at the window view. There we go. Sure, let's look at Dublin, maybe the departures to Terminal 2. Wow, that saves 200 a year. What was that, Clappy D? Saves 200 a year? Wow, that saves 200 euros per year. I missed the beginning of that. What will save 200 a year? Still the same, you're snowed out by the engines. Okay. Clever. Outside the airplane, okay. Let's turn it down then. Let's just watch this landing here first of all, and we'll change that for tomorrow. (207) 27 feet per minute. There you go, there's reverse thrust. Welcome to Dublin, as I say. Let's change that thing there for tomorrow. General options and go into sound. I brought it up to 95. We put it down to about 75 on the master. I'd say, and go back and we'll see how that works tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to have a quick look around the airport. Let's disconnect the camera from the aircraft. And let's have a quick look around. So it's looking pretty good. I'll speed up the camera a little bit. There we go. So that's the tower. Oh, look, they've done the tower as well. Modelled tower. What a nice view. That's interesting, isn't it? Ah! That's my fault. Sorry. I'm trying to control this with the Xbox controller and it's too sensitive. No, that's me again. So that's pretty good. From here, very good. Where is there's there's the aircraft that's all burnt out. These are for fire training. I notice that taxiing by sometimes. There's this security, obviously protecting the airport. Yeah, that's for the cargo terminal. There's the fire station there. Very nice. Get rid of that. That's the cargo area, obviously. Very nice. And parking. Terminal 2. There you go. I gotta go. I gotta go, folks. So very nice. All very good. Especially with the parking. So folks, I'll be on again tomorrow. If I can find the mouse again. I'll be on again tomorrow. And thank you very much for following along and joining us for a return flight. I don't know what they're doing up still. It doesn't record it very well, does it? No, they're up. So thank you very much. Clappy D, thank you very much. Remember the crowd who wanted you to play for a license for that add-on. Oh yes, Clappy D, now I understand. Yes. Yes, absolutely. There was a crowd we found for that add-on, yes. That actually did cross my mind, but I just kind of didn't know what you meant. Yeah, so MK Studios, well done. That parking thing there that they've done, it's on all the gates, and that's great. See them all there? So happy days, folks. Clappy D, thank you very much. Those of you who are left, thank you. We'll be on tomorrow at 7 o'clock Irish UK time. That's always Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, and on Sunday we'll be on Colonel Clink at 2100 hours on Sunday evening. That's 9 o'clock Sunday evening. And thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the music in the background. Sorry, I fixed the sound. I hope you didn't get frame drops there. It's given out about frame drops there. That's just Twitch. There's nothing I can do about that. So folks, thank you very much. Clappy D, thank you. Thank you Maxim for following. And thank you Davo there a few days ago for resubscribing, and No Not a Lot, and Flying Midgie, and Ricardo, and Jay, and Quazzo, and Ron Birmingham, and Scully, and No Not a Lot, and all of you for supporting the channel. So folks, I will leave you be. I will now tend to produce the buttons, and I will see you very, very soon, if you can hear me. Ciao, ciao.